started streaming.
Ooh la la, say so.
So they wanna I think we're live.
I don't think you should have started streaming when I've not got my cheeks on.
No.
I think that's rude.
Are we Hello.
Is there anybody
Out
out there?
there? I think we're live. I haven't done Twitch for so... TLA is streaming, just chatting. We're live.
We're here. There's no one to be seen. What's happening now?
I'm just confused.
You're on the wrong side.
Who's going to be the first in the chat? Who's going to be first in the chat? Oh, we should tweet. Oh, no.
Why?
Oh, we should tweet. Everyone needs to know that we're here.
Yes.
I keep forgetting this is not a paywall production.
No. This is open to all people's.
Okie dokie.
Let me put some cheeks on that you can see
Okie dokie.
on the camera because I am wearing them, but I'm just so pallid. You can see now why telly people are orange in real life. Because if you're a regular, Celtic see-through like me, you can't see us.
Hello, everybody. We've got special guests tonight, and I just need to find. I got to find his name. It's Owen. It's Owen somebody. Owen Ling. That's all we got. We got Owen Ling, ladies and gentlemen.
I like him.
I like him a lot. I like this guy. I like you like that. Imagine he's watching this though, right? And he thinks
He'll get put right off.
Wouldn't it? Why can't Owen Ling? He really watches because I thought this was going to be professional.
No, we're not professional.
I thought it's going to be professional, and it's not. It's balls.
These two dickheads.
Hey, everybody! Dave's in. Matty's in.
When did you sneak in?
Big G. Where did you guys come from? 0851661. Once when Twitter was fairly new, I saw someone followed me and they just set up their account and their account was 07562999418. And so I phoned him up, said, "Hello mate, this is Iain Lee. You don't want your phone number. You don't want to do that." Dave completed a 3,000 piece puzzle.
I had an interesting Twitter follow and then immediate. No, I didn't mean to follow her. I was just spying on her.
Who? So, go on.
No, I'll tell you. Yes.
Okay. Here we go. I'm in the process. Okay.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Isn't it? Thank you for that, because I thought that.
Close that. Well.
Hey there, guys. The Nothing Is Real lads send their extra big thanks. I mentioned them on BBC Radio 4 Extra today. BBC Radio 4 Extra today. And that is my want. That is my pleasure. It's a shame, Dave, they got you to say thank you and they didn't have the balls to say thank you themselves. That disappoints me, mate.
Can I make a public service request? I don't know why, but all of a sudden I'm getting a lot of mentions in my Twitter of someone called Linda. Don't know who you're talking about.
That's my mum.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Is that my mum?
No, a different one, working with some charlatan. Don't want to know. Not my sort of thing at all.
Yeah, come on, guys. Oh, funny enough, I had on a completely different bent. I had I can't send it to my. I wonder if I can send it to myself. I had a video from. Just quickly, this was the last thing I was looking at on my phone. I had a video from Stephen Murdoch.
Did you?
Yeah, I did actually. I wonder if I don't think I can send it. Sounds like this website called Mandy for like acting and voiceover work. And
it's not that bloody awful Nicolas Cage film.
Right, here we go. So this, can you?
Oh my goodness, have you seen?
So this was sent to me to. Oh, well, maybe I can email it. No. Okay, so this was sent to me to.
We've got Misty.
Oh my goodness, have you seen the facility of the London Palladium? Oh, that's right, yeah. We're going to see him tonight. I've got tickets. I've got tickets for every night this week. Hope you're well.
He's not allowed that close. Not
No,
even
he's
to a
not.
picture of her.
I didn't reply. Pretty girls. There we go. Right. So tonight, welcome. It's It's
Friday again.
It's Saturday, Sunday. What? It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. What? It's what?
I know, but I was just changing it up. Why?
Let's play. Let's play.
What
So
just
tonight
play?
we're going to watch the first episode of The Apprentice, season 1, episode 1. But we'll go on tangents, and the phone lines are open. We'll be open. I'm double deniming. I've never double denimed.
You know what they call that?
Ooh, someone slipped.
Canadian tuxedo.
Never double denim. But I thought, well, I'm reading about George Harrison of the Beatles from the 1970s, a very denimy period, because there's a new book out about George Harrison in the 70s.
I like George Harrison the best.
I know they did. Dave.
I also find him the most attractive.
I think he's the most cantankerous.
I think that there's probably something in that.
Yeah.
I think I like a cantankerous, wolfish man.
So there's a new book out, and we're going to give you all the links in a bit. I did ask you to send them, and right now this is all set up. This is all set up incorrectly, so just allow me. By the way, it's nice to be on Twitch. I couldn't remember how to set up for Twitch this evening. Couldn't remember. You always keep the price tag on slippers. You might want
to take him back. Oh, I went to my youngest's christening, and my auntie tapped me on the back while I was in the church. And she went, "Hey, Kathrine, you taking that back?" I went, "What?" She pulled out my tag out in the back of the dress. I'd left it in. Now, I wasn't. The fact she thought that tells you a lot about my family background.
Yeah, we go. What do I need? Virtual camera. There we go. That's that. Oh, start video. Here comes Owen. But we just. No, baby, I love you so.
Oh, pack it in.
I'm in one of them moods. I'm in a bloody silly mood.
He's been bouncing off the walls.
I'm in a bloody silly mood today, and this is gonna. Oh look, this is gonna confuse poor Owen. He's gonna come in, and it's gonna be all psychedelics. There we go. We moved there. There we go. Owen,
brace yourself for psychedelia.
Owen, brace yourself for psychedelia. He's connecting at this precise second in time. Kira says, my boyfriend asks, have you heard the Paul McCartney tribute album called The Art of McCartney? Yeah.
Why are they tributing someone who's alive?
That's what we do these days. Owen, are you there? We can neither hear you.
I think so. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
I can hear you. It's like that. We cannot see you. I don't know if you don't have to show us yourself if you don't want to. Here we go.
All right.
Here we go. I got a feeling this is going to be one of those shows tonight. Owen, we cannot see you.
Hello.
And I think your internet is there he is!
Hi, Owen.
But Owen, I think the internet's a little bit crappy because it's very glitchy. Can you hear us?
Yes. I can hear you, yes.
There's a slight delay. Are you listening to us on Twitch or are you listening on Zoom?
I'm listening on Zoom.
Okay. What is that poster behind you? It looks like a naked man. It looks like Naked Attraction, like we've just been watching.
You've got Naked Attraction on the brain.
It's a Ken Loach film called Land and Freedom. I'm at my father's house.
Okay, you don't have to justify your location. Owen, it's so nice to meet you. We've been chatting on email. My name's Iain. This is Kathrine.
Hi.
And before we start, we've been obsessed with clips. So Owen has written a great book, which I started reading. I'm up to 1973 and a half. And Owen has written a great book about George Harrison in the 1970s. And knowing that you were coming on, we kind of got a little bit obsessed with... I've got to change everything because we're doing this. We got a little bit obsessed...
Talking about Dark Horse.
With Dark Horse, right? And
Good
this
album.
this is the clip that... We cannot stop watching. Here we go. Not this bit. This is an advert for a bank or something.
We don't like these clips.
We don't like these guys. No, this clip here. This bit is just. What I feel. That bit there. That to me is. And for those who missed it, here it is again. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. George Harrison in 1974. Owen, it's nice to meet you. Why a book about George Harrison in the 1970s?
Well, because there's a lot about Paul and John, and I don't think there's enough about George. And as you've said, he's a very handsome, brooding man.
He is the weird thing because I mean, listen, I love the Beatles. Kathrine loves the Beatles. Everyone loves the Beatles even more after Get Back.
Yeah.
And George came across in that as unhappy. I guess unhappy is the vibe.
You could tell there was stuff going on with him.
Yeah.
There was a weird vibe with a kind of a feeling of resentment, mostly towards Paul McCartney, quite obviously.
Yeah, and there's miserable, except when Lord Billy of Preston wanders
his
in.
face lit up.
And then he kind of comes out. The end of the Beatles and the beginning of George Harrison's solo career, the 70s, there's a lot going on there, right?
Yes. Yeah, I think he was a little fed up by the end of the Beatles. I think he was the one of the four of them who seemed unbothered by the breakup, and I think I think his one compromise was he was going to record All Things Must Pass even if he was still with the Beatles, but it was coming out anyway.
Yeah. He's gone. We can say something.
No, I was going to say. So, what was the dynamic? What was it that was going on behind the scenes that led to him being such a sulky bugger in the end of Get Back?
I think he was just been to America and he was hanging out with Dylan and Robbie Robertson, and they respected his songwriting. And he came back to England, and John's not interested in his work, and Paul needs to do 10 of his songs before he does any George songs. And he probably thinks, well, if Dylan likes me, why can't you guys?
The 70s are weird, right? Because at the beginning of the 70s, it's George and Ringo are the big stars. They're the one having the hits, the multi-platinum triple album, the wonderful Photograph and all of those wonderful Ringo stuff, Back Off Boogaloo, all those wonderful stuff. And John and Paul are the ones that are kind of, I mean, they have big albums as well, but they're kind of struggling to find their feet. But George was all ready to go. He had like 500 songs already written that the Beatles weren't interested in.
Do you think that's because he's already counting on himself at that point? Those two need each other in a way, whether they really need each other or they just feel like they need each other because they've kind of grown up together writing songs.
Yeah.
George is already not counting on anyone anymore. He's ready to do his own thing. That's the vibe I get.
Yeah. Well, Paul's been on record saying that his confidence was shot when the Beatles broke. I mean, in 1970, he went up to Scotland and spent a few months drinking before he got his act together, and Linda helped him. I think it because George had all these great songs stockpiled that everyone said they're great, but George Martin or Paul McCartney or John Lennon simply weren't interested in them. And it took someone like Phil Spector to say, no, these songs are amazing. And John Leckie, who engineered the album, and all these people to say, these are great songs.
Bizarrely, I was having an email exchange with John Leckie's son-in-law before lockdown. I live in a place called near Prince's Risborough, and John Leckie's son-in-law runs the snooker club.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, it did. And I was like, we were emailing, and he said something about, I don't know if you know my father-in-law, John Leckie. John Leckie? Well, I'm XTC's biggest fan. Of course I know John Leckie. And going into All Things Must Pass, this huge phenomenon. Everybody was in there. There's a young, like a teenage Phil Collins. There's Peter Frampton. There's Badfinger. There's John Leckie. There's all of these people. And I think it's interesting. He went from, playing second or third fiddle in the Beatles, actually it was lead guitar, but to going into this huge thing where everybody it was kind of like a party almost.
I agree. Well, I interviewed John Leckie in 2018 for We Are Cult. And he said that was what it was. Instead of having four Beatles, let's bring everybody in.
Yeah. It's weird as well. For a brief moment, George Harrison was the biggest rock and roll star in the world. And for a period, he could do no wrong. You cannot underestimate how huge All Things Must Pass is. Although, I'm going to say it, I've never listened to Disc 3. I've never listened to the Jam. I have no interest in it whatsoever at all. But from that to the concert for Bangladesh, excuse me, that's my friend, these were huge things that kind of were the biggest things in rock for two or 3 years.
Oh yeah, Oh yeah, I would go as far as living in the material world in 1973. I mean, he had a huge hit with "Give Me Love,
Yeah.
Give Me Peace on Earth." I think where it comes toppling down is '74 with "Dark Horse," where his marriage ends. His best mate has walked off with his wife. He's got a cocaine problem. He's drinking too much. His vocals are shot, and he's lost confidence in himself. From a commercial point of view, anyway.
You're the first person I've heard say about his, like, publicly, who's researched the Beatles, to talk about him doing cocaine, because I don't think it's. I think it's nodded at in that Living in the Material World documentary, and it's obvious as an ex-cocaine addict. It's obvious the gauntness, the raspy voice. He's a skeleton. But so is that, we know that, do we? That he was abusing cocaine.
Yes. Yes, yes. Patty Boyd, his ex-wife, has said that she said that around 73, 74, there was a change in personality, and she thought it was about the cocaine. I think I put it in the book.
I haven't got that far yet. I'm loving it. I started reading it today, and you're right. Everybody knows Paul McCartney in the 70s. Oh, it was Wings. Everyone knows John Lennon. Oh, he did Imagine, then he baked bread for 5 years. You know, everyone knows that story, however accurate they may or may not be. But there's after Bangladesh and Living in the Material World, it was a big hit. I didn't realise it. I think it got to 1 in the States and 2 over here, or maybe the other way around. But no one remembers that record.
Yeah, it's a shame, because it's a very, very mature album for a guy who was only 30. I mean, the lyrics are phenomenal, very far-reaching, but I think it's very sparse. It's quite uncompromising. So I think that's what I had going against it. It doesn't have the lushness of All Things Must Pass.
And then after that, the rest of the album. To be honest, do you know what? I hadn't listened to the George Harrison albums after that until lockdown. Actually, I got a box set, and I thought I would steam through these, and they all have some really, really good stuff on. I'm a big fan of Gon Troppo, the song and the album. I love Gon Troppo. I think it's a great nonsense song, but it's almost like he gave up after a while.
I don't know if he gave up. He gave a brilliant quote in '75 where he just said, "I'm not doing it for fame. I want the art to." I'm paraphrasing, but he said something along the lines of, "It's not about commercial successes if I'm happy with the art." And I think that was his goal. But he did come back in '87 with a smash hit album, Cloud 9, which I actually don't think is very good, because it is so kind of 80s rock.
Cloud 9, it always amazes me. The Beatles worked with, I may say something controversial here, Owen. The Beatles worked with the greatest producer, certainly for their sound, George Martin. Wonderful, genius, without a doubt the fifth Beatle.
Yes.
And then they all went off and worked with what I would consider 2 of the worst producers, Phil Spector and Jeff Lynne. I don't dig. You know, Be My Baby is great. But the stuff that Spector did, the rock and roll album, you know, okay, it worked with All Things Must Pass, but Spector and Jeff Lynne, it just...
Did you recoil then, Owen? Is that what I saw?
He's about to hang up this call. Who am I talking to these idiots for?
What?
I think the rock and roll album is just it's overblown and it's great. I share your opinion. It's not a very good album, but I think many people think because it's the last John Lennon studio album before Double Fantasy, they put it on a higher pedestal. No, I agree with you. I mean, I think All Things Must Pass. I think the opera behind the songs helps with that opulence. But I in other elements, I don't think, even like John Lennon's How, I don't think it needed those vibrato strings or those. I think it's all there in John's song. Yeah. I mean, he could have just sung it on piano.
I'll never forget when I Got My Mind Set on You, which was like his comeback, shall we say. I think it got to number 2 in the UK. And I remember my mum saying, so this, when was it? About 86 or something, I think. And my mum saying, 87, okay. And my mum saying, I hope he gets to number 1. He's had a lot of bad luck. And I never asked her what she meant by that. But she felt there was a real kind of sympathy for him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he always struck me as a sort of person who marched to do his own drum, really.
Oh, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he didn't give a shit what my mum thought, but
but I didn't realise people felt sorry for him.
I know we're going slightly out of your decade, but that comeback was weird. You know, that the brilliant When We Was Fab and that incredible video. And if you've never seen the video for When We Was Fab, go and watch that. It's a masterpiece, you know, full of it's supposedly, well, it's not, but everyone thought that the guy dressed up as the walrus was Paul. And then he did that big, huge hit, did the Travelling Wilburys, and then kind of just went, oh, fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah, no, that's I agree with that summation. He seemed to get bored of the Wilburys. I mean, even by the second album or the third album, it just I mean, I don't think he contributed any songs to that album. Whereas he's all over the first one. Yeah. I think that was something with George, that he was very hot and cold. He was either invested in a project or he didn't want to be in a project. And I think we can see it in Get Back that he just doesn't want to be there.
Yeah. I have to talk. This is the whole reason I got in touch with you. The 1974 Dark Horse Tour. It should have been the biggest rock and roll experience. It should have taken him to godlike status. He was close, but it should have taken him to godlike status. But it was a disaster, wasn't it?
Oh, complete disaster. I don't think George helped because he frequently berated the audience. He said to them that he at one interview he said he'd die for God but not for rock and roll. You know, he criticized the audiences for not digging the material. And worst of all, he played In My Life and Something in a very, very different fashion to the records, which is an unforgivable sin. I mean, it's you just don't do that on a single. So it seems when I listen to it, I admire his bravado and his bravery for, you know, for painting things up. He might be better off doing that in Europe, not in America, where I think in places like Paris and London they might have been up for, you know, a long sitar instrumental, which he did with Ravi Shankar, or, you know, a slightly bluesier version of What Is Life and Something. But in America, they just didn't dig it.
That's cocaine for you.
That is cocaine. That raspiness is bad treatment of your voice, and it is.
But also the attitude of I'm doing this. Don't you realise how brilliant it is?
But the set, because there's footage from, I don't know if it's Madison Square Garden, one of the concerts. There is some footage that professionally shot footage, and it looks amazing. You know, that's that clip that we played there. It looks amazing. You know, the whole setup is incredible. The stage looks fantastic. You've got Billy Preston there, who's kind of saving the show. But that video's never going to get released, is it?
Probably not. There was talks of doing a live album, but that was binned at one point, probably for obvious reasons, that he's riding on such a high, and then he's got such a huge disaster. And the reviews were pretty savage. I mean, especially when he took great umbrage with he attacked them on the next album with that song. This song, he personally names them out in his lyrics. Yeah.
I had the opportunity to see George Harrison live at the Royal Albert Hall.
Nice.
I would guess, was that 89, 90, 91 probably? He was doing a concert for the Natural Law Party. And two of my friends went. Do you want to come? Do you want to come see George Harrison at the Royal Albert Hall? No, I'm not bothered. And what a fucking stupid mistake that was, you know. And there's videos of it floating around, and he's never, you know. I quite like that Live in Japan album, even though it's kind of workmanlike. He was not the greatest. He's not the most relaxed live performer. Although I guess in Bangladesh, there's, you know, when he's doing a handful of songs, there's some good stuff.
Well, yeah, but the pressure wasn't on him in Bangladesh because there were so many people. Ringo does a song, Bob Dylan does a few songs, Preston does a song, Clapton's doing most of the guitar work. So, I mean, he only had to do a few numbers. Yeah. I think it was, he did like, I think another thing with the 1974 tour was he'd never sung so much in his life because John and Paul did most of the heavy lifting as a live outfit. So that might also have contributed to his rocky vocals.
Where are we on Lennon at Bangladesh? Because he said he didn't want to fly in. He was in wherever he was. He didn't want to fly in. But then the other story is he insisted that Yoko perform, and George went, "Nah, not having that."
I think there's probably both. It may have been that Lennon made a cover story and, you know, tried to say, "Oh, I couldn't be bothered," or it might have just been Lennon's laziness, or it may have been the pressure of performing with three of the Beatles. There's a myriad of reasons, but it's well known that George didn't hold Yoko in the highest of regard, so there might be some truth to that. It's a shame because I mean, her Plastic Ono Band album is probably better than her husband's.
But he was a miserable bastard, right? What was I? Oh, there is a George Harrison biography came out a couple of years ago. And by the way, if you've got that, get this as well. The two do not cross over. You know, too much. This is a great read, and we'll do all the links in a second, Owen. But in that book, he comes across as miserable, short-tempered, and miserable. Is that the vibe that you got when you were researching this?
But I think he said it himself that he's a man of extremes. So there was no sort of he never seemed to be mellow. If he was happy, he was the happiest guy in the room, and if he was difficult, he was the most difficult guy in the room. So, there are some stories of him being grumpy and difficult, and there's that unforgivable quote he gave in '74 where he said, "Oh, Paul's a fine bass player, but he's a bit overpowering," which doesn't read very well. And but at the same time, this is a man who donates millions to charity. Yeah. He helps Monty Python out of a hole, and he finances Life of Brian, the most anyone's paid for a cinema ticket, as Eric Idle said. And he can be grumpy. He strikes me as another celebrity. I mean, a bit like Dylan Moran, who's very committed to his art. But he does make it quite clear if he doesn't want to be somewhere. He's got to make that quite clear.
I've shared a car with Dylan Moran, and we had done a gig together, and we were being driven back, and he'd brought a big giant pizza, and I thought, we're all going to get pizza. Oh no, he did not.
Dylan had a pizza.
That pizza did not get passed. not one slice was offered to anyone else in the car. For me, the biggest crime about George Harrison is the perm. The perm is what was. I'm not expecting you to have the answer, Owen. But what was that about?
He always made bold choices, didn't he? Wasn't it? And Mimi wouldn't let him in the house because of his pink shirt. So I don't think he gave a toss what anyone thought.
Yeah, no, he as you say, he was fairly far-reaching and uncompromising in his views. I prefer the 1970 long flowing hair and the big bushy beard. I mean, he makes my hair and beard look paltry in comparison. And I think that's him at his most handsome and at his most dapper, ironically, even though it's meant to be the opposite of all that. But I guess he felt he couldn't look like that for the rest of his life, and so he tried some stuff out, and one of them was the regrettable perm.
And the teeth changes. I love that the documentary, the living in the material. What is that? What it's called? I can't remember the film.
Yeah.
And there is one scene where he's got tombstones, and then the next scene his teeth are pristine, and he's obviously had a lovely little job there. Is there one thing, Owen, that when you were researching this book, you went, oh shit, I didn't know that. What was the biggest surprise for you?
That's a very good question. I think the biggest surprise for me was that he regularly he didn't seem quite as hard on the Beatles as I thought he was. I mean, he was frequently quite positive. I mean, as early as '76, he's watching clips of This Boy and he's enjoying it.
Yeah.
And he's by '79 he's saying that he loves Paul and he loves John, and he goes from, in '74 he seems to have no interest in the Beatles, and in '79 he seems to say, well, maybe we can get back together in the future, or he's a lot more positive about the music, which he wasn't in the early '70s, or at least he didn't project it. So that surprised me.
And I think that was the surprise for Beatles fans when he did When We Was Fab, which is a Beatles song basically, and the Beatles are in the it's a wonderful homage to the Beatles. He's fascinating. He's fascinating. And I love the fact as well that, I don't know if it's in the 20 years ago today, the Sgt. Pepper, or certainly in Anthology, he's asked about songs. So what was it like playing on Taxman? Which album was that on again? He doesn't know the albums.
No, but don't you remember when we spoke to Patty? They were just living from deal to deal. They thought it was going to end tomorrow for a long time, didn't they?
Yeah, but not knowing the albums
It means more to us than it did to them. That's the shocker.
And I guess that's it. He lived it, and I guess some way. I've always said being a Beatle must have been traumatic. The insanity of it, the heat of that focus for 6, 7, 8 years. But it was weird. He didn't know the albums though. That's strange, right, Owen?
Well, yeah, I think John Lennon similarly wouldn't know which album was on which, and sometimes Paul has slipped up on albums. I guess by Sgt. Pepper, they're much more focused. This is the album for this year, but before that, they were releasing 2 or 3 albums a year. Like in 6, like it's hard for them to know if a song is on Hard Day's Night or Stay for Beatles for Sale. They were both at the same year.
I've had the great pleasure, Owen, of interviewing Mickey Dolenz of the Monkees several times, and he always starts off with saying, "I don't remember anything. So good luck with this," and you'll ask him about an episode or you'll ask him about a song. He goes, let me phone up Andrew Sandoval, because it was the 60s, man. There was
they were busy.
Have you seen that clip that's been doing the rounds of that Monkees biopic? It's been on Twitter the last week, and it's this wonderful but awful film about the Monkees made by Rhino. And it's actors playing them, and the scene that's been doing the round is the Monkees meeting the Beatles in a nightclub. Yeah. Oh man, Owen, if you've not seen it, I'll tweet it to you. It's absolutely, it's incredible.
It reminded me of a bad waxworks museum. You go, I think that's who that's supposed to be. Okay.
It's very good.
The accents are crazy as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Go on, Owen. Sorry.
I'd love to see it.
You're going to get sent that at some point this evening. And also, you reminded me, we have interviewed Pattie Boyd once, and we were told firsthand what that first LSD trip was like with the dentist.
I was thinking about that.
That was insane.
Those innocent moments where they didn't know what was going on, apparently, turned into that to him obviously telling US audiences that they were dickheads for not understanding the greatness he was presenting to them. How did that happen?
Something like that, yeah. I mean, he was quite a haughty chap, good old George.
Oh, and if there's one song from the 70s that you think has been lost, George Harrison's song that everyone who thinks that My Sweet Lord and What Is Life and all that, what is the one song you would send people towards saying, you don't know this, but this is great?
It's on the Dark Horse album, actually, called So Sad, and it's about his breakup with Pattie, because it's such a raw song, and it's got this great melodic hook, and it's him basically howling at the end of his marriage, and it's as personal as anything you're going to get with John Lennon.
Owen, it's so lovely to talk to you. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing this. Do you know what? I don't want to put ideas in your head. We need a really good Ringo book. We need a Mark Lewison 500-page book about Ringo.
Just don't expect him to sign any of them.
I met Ringo. I interviewed Ringo once. I interviewed him. It was the coolest thing. I'd been on This Morning that morning with Philip and Holly, and I was in Apple waiting to interview Ringo, and I was so nervous. And Ringo walked in and he pointed at me and went, "I know you. I saw you on the telly this morning." And we did the interview, and I knew he wasn't, but I got out my copy of the Beatles double album. I said, "Ringo, would you sign it?" He went, "Come on, I'm not going to sign that." I said, "I know, but I had to ask."
Did he at least give you a piece of love?
Yeah.
No,
he gave me a piece of love. But also, this was like 10 years before COVID. No handshakes, elbows. He was doing elbows before it was popular.
Oh, you see?
He invented it.
He's leading the way.
He's leading. And where is right? So obviously, George Harrison in the 1970s. It's a decades book. Yeah. Obviously, Amazon. Is there a place where if they buy it from, you get more money?
Very good question. Yes. So Burning Shed is the main place. Burning Shed is a music website. I'm sure. Yes.
I love, but again, I'm a big fan of XTC and Partridge, so I'm at Burning Shed all the time.
Yeah.
Right,
well, having interviewed Partridge, I can tell you, like, the man can talk. He's an interview's dream.
He invited me to his house once. I ended up staying for 8 hours, and I look back, think, oh my God, he must have hated me. We went out. Here's the thing: we went out for a curry, him and his partner, and we went out for a curry. And as we were leaving, he said, "Oh shit, Terry Chambers is over there, who's one of XTC." Terry's over there. I don't want to fucking see him. Iain, could you sort of like, I had to walk in between Andy and Terry so that Terry wouldn't notice him in the curry house. It was nuts. Here we go. I have got the page. I'm going to post this link into the chat. Everybody.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great picture.
I love one of those.
It's a great picture on the cover. Everybody, support. This is kind of fringy. Burning Shed is great. This is kind of a fringy book. If you buy things like this, there's more chance of other things like this getting written, and it's helpful, and it's great that we finally got something about this. I'm going to post the links on, what do they call it? They call it Twitter, don't they?
I believe some people call it that, yeah.
We'll do that. The link's in the chat. And if you're listening to the podcast, sorry, George Harrison in the 1970s, go to burningshed.com. Type in George Harrison and it will pop up. If you have to get it from Amazon, do, as long as it gets bought. But this Burning Shed supports the artists in a much more direct way than bloody those thieves.
I'm going to get one for me and one for my dad.
It's thieves. How are you going to buy? You sold 2 copies, Owen.
Of course.
Well, I'm a poor salesman. I don't know how I did that.
Owen, it's lovely to see you. I wish you the very best of luck with it, and thank you for doing it. Oh, what a time! What a time for your internet broke then. Sorry, what was that? Your internet is gone, but it's probably the best. Oh, you've just sold another one. Dave's bought one as well. Oh, the internet has died, which is the perfect time for us. So thank you.
Thanks for having me on. I enjoyed your show, Steve.
Thank you very much. I'm assuming he said he could have told us to fuck off at the end there. We just don't.
That was his moment.
That was his moment. Owen, thank you very much, mate. Take care. Thanks a lot. Bye bye. There we go. That was a nice guy. Let me just do the tweets. Let me just do the tweets. Here we go. Great new book about George Harrison in the 1970s. Check it out. Podcast coming soon. There we go. I've just tweeted that as well. Let's get Owen in there. And he spells his name in a slightly different way. Eoghan.
He spells it the proper way.
He spells it the proper way. Of course he does. Of course he does. But it's not the way that I can remember.
The tricky way.
He spells it the proper way, but my God, he spells it the tricky way. Let's get that there. There we go. And if someone could tweet me, because I don't quite know where it is, that link for... there he goes. It says, great fun. If someone could tweet me that clip of the monkeys thing that was doing the rounds, then
I had that. I think I retweeted it.
If you've got it,
on my thing
then I'll send it over to him. That was great. Kira says, great interview. My boyfriend will be getting that book and will buy for my mom as well. Bastard Sprinkler 3000. What a wonderful breath of fresh air that young man was. Good stuff.
Thanks so much.
I like that. And it's, I've been reading that today. What did I do today? I listened to the new Nothing Is Real bonus podcast. I watched The Apprentice and I started reading that book. Shut up, Gatford. It's not a bad day at all. Not a bad day.
I've been hard at it all day, guys. You're
wow,
welcome.
Raunchy.
You're welcome, world. Can't tell you what I was doing. Her Majesty wouldn't like it, but let's just say you're welcome.
Where is that? Find that monkeys clip.
I'm doing it.
Do it.
I'm doing it now.
Do it.
I'm gonna
doing
do
it now. Our pleasure. Monkeys clip incoming. All right, so the show.
Did you see the one of Mary Poppins and Dick Van Dyke swapping voices?
I didn't really.
It was nice. Shut up.
I don't
You've got
really.
no soul. Right, retweet. It's there at the top.
Okay. This is nice. This is a nice little show. This is a nice little show tonight. Well, it's not popped up.
I just retweeted.
Well, it's not popped up.
Look on mine.
Could you retweet it and at me?
Oh, it's all about you.
Could you? Unless they've made it so. No, I don't want to see top tweets first. I want to see tweets as they happen.
Oh. Actually.
You didn't retweet it, did you?
I did. But it's just not showing for me either.
Let's open up the Skype, guys. The phone calls are coming thick and fast. There aren't any phone calls, but that you can call in. We're going to watch in a little bit the very first episode of season 1. Episode 1 of The Apprentice. I believe it's called this program called.
Before they got wise to what the actual show was about, which was, this is about taking the mickey out of.
That's not you.
No, it isn't.
It's Kathrine Boyle.
Different.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we
Honestly.
go. Have it. Actual documentary footage. There we go. Right, we're in. Let's do it. Let's do this goddamn show. Someone give us a call. Someone give us a call. Let's kickstart this thing. 0203 286 6370
on their
is the
asses.
phone number. Katya's in the house. Katya, phone us up. Come on. 0203 286 6370 is the phone number. We haven't done a Twitch show for a while. Feels nice doing a Twitch show on a Friday. You know, gentle audience numbers. We're nearly at 200. Let's see if we can crack the 300 tonight. Do us a favour. Go out and tweet about this. Go and do a little tweet saying this show is happening. And the shows for the rest of the month, limited. If you're in the top tier, you can join us tomorrow morning at 11 for a meeting. That's the super top tier. Although I sent out the email to everyone, so I've had to create a new link. And so go on Twitch. Because we can get to 300 viewers tonight. So next week is the last week of the month, and
Then we're going to disappear from.
then we're disappearing for a month. So come and get it while it's hot. Yeah, we'll have a look at the unbanned requests. Come and get it while it's hot. I'm not sure what the shows are next week. We'll definitely do a pay. We'll do that for you now, Ian, because Jim is watching his goodies. Yeah, do it, Kira. Do it. Thank you. We're definitely going to do one more, at least one more paywall show before we go away to say thank you so much to all of you wonderful Patreons. What is out there? Do we have any? Actually, hang on a second. Let's do this. Let's do this properly. Actually, I don't think I've got it.
I haven't got my gavel either.
No, I moved it. Cleared the desk off for work.
You should use it in your sessions.
Counselling sessions.
You're done.
All I've got is. That's all I got.
Here we go. This one is from It's Sean 000. So what's the? I don't remember this. This is to do with your radio show. So let's see what's going on here.
Oh, is it because he might be the person I said you can't. What, we can't ask questions.
Oh, first time, watched you for a long time. Used to watch you like all the time years ago. Up early and just asked how much a call is, mate. Banned.
That's a bit excessive, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a bit of an excessive.
Well, let's just see what led to that. Oh, he was typing every minute.
No,
up to that
it's
point.
not quite. It's not quite.
Well, okay, let's see. He comes in at 10 o'clock.
Morning.
10:08. I didn't because I was away to the loo. What was it? 10:11. Is it a premium charge number?
Oh, there we go. Get to 10:14. Get to 10:14. Here we go. Here we go.
10:12. So I can't call and know how much it would charge me. 10:14. Seen you from Periscope days before Jungle. First time seen forever, and I'm disappointed. Sadly, sorry, mate. Why would you say that to someone?
There we go. That's why it's banned.
Mind you, saying you were going on holiday, then you're on TV all of a sudden. First time watching for a long time. Used to watch you all the time years ago. Up early and just asked how much a call is, mate.
Let's unban this guy. This is like a nice guy.
Well, let's see what he says in the mitigation, because he might call you a C-bomb.
Okay.
Radio show. Oh, it's quite long. Radio show, so thought should be a charge number. Would have been surprised if it wasn't. He was there for me tough times, many times at night, a long time ago.
I like this guy.
I wish he liked commas or full stops. Now wouldn't even be able to call them back. Then I was a mess. Might call in now if I feel like it. Certainly want to chat.
Unban this guy.
Okay.
What was I thinking?
I think you were maybe overly harsh.
What the hell was I thinking?
But what he said was rude.
Nah.
It was.
Where are you guys going in April? Around to your mum's house.
I'm not. She won't have me anymore.
Unban that guy.
Unbanned.
Welcome back. It's Sean 000.
Medium rare chick.
Oh, go up. You can see.
Oh, sweet Jesus! That's the last turkey in the shop.
Is that?
It looks like a. I think it's. Well, no, I think it's. Anyway, it looks like one. Okay, so let's see. They come in, by the looks of it, their history is that they come in, say something rude, and then disappear.
TLNA equals 2 losers nattering away. But that's not what...
No, that's not what got them banned.
God, that was a year ago.
Yeah, when we didn't care because we had loads of people
Okay.
slagging us off. Medium rare chicken was taken. Do you just stream on Twitch to get people to subscribe to you on Patreon and leave Twitch?
And you said yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear that. This is...
Legit question about the reason why you're on Twitch. Clearly, you just want your own echo chamber. They think it's... But actually what they're dropping is a... Okay. Before that, 12th of the 3rd, 2021. What's the difference between this phone-in shows and others on Twitch? The difference is you keep coming back every few months, even though you hate it. The other one, 21/01/2021. Lightly poke her fart.
Oh, I don't like that word.
Good input. Good input.
I look cool in a denim shirt, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, do we unban?
Unban.
Because to me it feels like they are misunderstood,
Unban.
and we couldn't possibly have
No.
got it so wrong.
Let's unban.
Because they sound like a dickhead, but they can't be, can they?
He's not much of a dickhead.
Okay, well, send an unban decision.
Let's unban.
Matty Stevo banned Fuzzy Dunlop without them saying anything. I'm guessing they've got their reasons.
Matty is one hard nut.
Don't know why I'm banned. Don't think I've even said anything in here before. Only tuned in occasionally.
That may be an accident. I think that may be an accident.
Maybe an accident, or Matty may know something we don't.
Yeah, that's true.
I will wait until Matty directs us on that one.
Unban.
Really?
Look at that picture. Unban. I'm all for all human
Do you know
beings.
what? I'm going to unban because we're not here for a month. What are they going to do?
Exactly.
Birdie official. Every caller you have, you are rude to. Again. I mean,
This is
good
okay.
because they started with a capital letter, but then it just all went. Then it's same minute from the get go when they say hello, you're rude. Banned by Matty Stevo. He was having none of it.
I like Matty. I like Matty a lot.
All right, here we go. We got the mitigation in the notes here. Upon continued watching, yes, rather than hitting the comment twice in a minute, having just started watching, maybe that's what you should do. Upon continued watching, I see that not all calls end up like the ones I was witness to. My apologies.
What? What the fudge just happened on the internet? Unban.
Okay.
The man.
But there's a lesson. There's a lesson for us all. Bring back airline. Banned by Jimbo.
What is going on with the mods? The mods are insane, right?
Evening.
0203 286 6370, by the way. The phone lines are open. You can Skype TLNA.
You produce
Welcome.
so much free content, I would struggle with any more. Timed out, then banned. I said I would struggle with having time to watch the extra content if I became a patron. I think at that time we were trying to get more patrons.
I know why I banned, but that's an unban.
Yes.
That's an unban.
Honestly, we're unbanning left, right, and indeed centre.
There we go.
Satlass.
What?
Satlass.
Cocaine in the green room. Bonus content sounds cool, bit rude. Oh, you banned them.
Well, hang on a second. Yeah. All right. Let's just go back a little bit. They've been walking along a dicey line for a little while.
Mate, that was 3 years ago.
I still don't like it. Best off you've had all night. Finish me off quickly.
Oh!
That face.
Yes, man.
Mixer channel gone now. So, first of all, improper suggestion. Then tech
Hang on.
advice.
This person was banned in June 2020.
Well, let's see.
When did they
Cocaine in the green room. Bonus content. Oh, that was when we were doing a show.
Okay. Yep.
And then sounds cool. And then a minute later, they changed their mind. Bit rude. Mm-hmm. Banned. Never said anything wrong. Said Satlas.
You banned them. You know what I'm thinking?
Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but I'm a bitch. Denied.
Hang on. I think I can do that. That's very loud here.
Yes. But, you know, there you go. That's what happens. Don't tangle with me. Don't tangle with me and then not show any kind of remorse.
Kira says, what are your thoughts about massive bands in the 80s releasing new albums like Tears for Fears and now Def Leppard having a new album in May? I think it's great.
Their fans probably would buy a CD.
Yeah.
Kids won't.
Yeah, I think it's good for them.
That's what
Tears
they
for
do.
Fears, by the way, have you seen them recently?
No.
They look hot. You go through the unbands. I'm going to get a nice pick of Tears.
I think we're at the end. We're
All
at the
right.
end. That was everyone. Now, back in the day when we were doing this full time, we would have had so many unbanned requests.
Well, we're
by
not very
now.
popular anymore. That's
We're
the thing.
not.
Our numbers are way down.
We're not, but we're also not having to deal with anyone who doesn't already get the show so much anymore.
Okay, so we're going to have a look at a picture of Tears for Fears now, right? They look great, right? That's a look. They look older, but that is some look, right?
Yeah. One of them looks like Rick Wakeman, and the other one.
I think they look great. Sowing the seeds of one morning change.
They were never my favourites back in the day, but I appreciate the fact they were there. I think they were an important part of the musical landscape.
I liked. I bought the Seeds of Love album.
Did you?
That song's great.
I got on my tits.
Sowing the seeds of love, the seeds of love, sowing the seeds.
You singing it's not going to make me find it less irritating. Just a little heads up.
I'm a good singer though.
I know, but still.
Roland Orzabal and Kurt.
Kurt what? Everyone
Kurt
remembered...
Fears. Roland Tears and Kurt Fears.
Listen, I'm just happy to hear from a voice from the 80s. It's not a massive racist now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Does the low numbers tonight not bother you?
No.
Okay. Do you? Okay. Here's a question. So we're going away from a month. We're going to be working. It's not like we're having a holiday for a month, and you Patreons won't get charged. Oh, you should probably sub and donate. And let me put the donate thing up. I can't be bothered. If you want to donate, get the excellent. You can do it. But we won't be earning any money from this for a month. We'll be doing other stuff, college work. We've got other jobs as well that we don't like to talk about.
Can't.
And
I'm on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
do you not worry that when we come back, we'll lose a load of people because they'll have forgotten about us? That we'll have lost the momentum.
No, I don't. Because we disappeared off the radio overnight. And there's
Right.
still people that want to know what's going
Okay,
on.
but our numbers are continually going down at the
Times are
moment.
tough for people. But they're still there for the free stuff.
Well, they're not tonight, actually, are they?
But they might be catching up on other ways.
So yeah, we're taking the month off. We will. In fact, I'm going to probably do that this weekend. I will pause Patreon. It does mean you get access to everything. You still get access throughout April. I'll be sending out a little PayPal link if you want to donate. You're very, very welcome to. There's absolutely no pressure whatsoever. What was I going to say? Oh shit! It does worry me a little bit. We're also going to reduce the price of the tiers, which will lose us. Could be as much as £1,000. But we, we
But we
know
need to
that
rebalance.
we need to rebalance.
It's not sustainable the way it was.
No.
So
No.
I think that you lot will understand it. We'll just see. We've got no control over it.
Can we time out Andy O'Sullivan, please? Tears for Fears will wank. No. It's a timeout. It's a timeout. You're not agreeing with that, are you? Oh, come on. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Oh, that really got on my nerves. I didn't want to run.
What was the other hit? It was the other big one.
That shout.
Shout, let it all out.
No.
These are the things I could do without.
No.
Come on.
It's not my vibe. Not my vibe.
I'm talking to you. Come on.
Not my vibe. It wasn't for me. But that doesn't mean it shouldn't happen. You're not going to like everything, and that's fine. I
The
didn't
Hurting
hate it, I
album
just
is great.
didn't like it.
My sister says the Hurting album is great. I don't know. Oh, it's come through. Why is it coming through here? 'Cause
It's
I don't-
Roland Orzabal.
Hello, caller.
Hello, Iain. Hello, Kathrine.
Greetings to you, Alistair.
Mad World.
Oh no, really annoyed me.
Very
Really annoyed me.
Mad World. That's a great song.
It's funny because I looked at the price of tickets to go and see them because I love Tears for Fears. My favourite is Sowing the Seeds of Love, of course.
Of course.
But there were
That's just a
65
fancy
quid
way of
and
saying knocking one out, isn't it?
Oh, shut up.
Sowing the seeds of love. What else is it going to be?
Shut up.
Come on now.
Alistair, continue,
Well,
please.
Come on.
I don't think that you can't really sow many seeds if you just haven't, there on your own. Anyway,
This is horrible.
there's large. They're doing large venues like sort of cricket grounds and things like that. And I thought, well, it's not. I'm not
Well, it's like they're doing like open air
that.
festival kind of things, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, with other bands like UB40 and stuff.
Yeah. So I've got a friend. I've found a friend with me, who's come up to see me from London.
Imagine
So-
if he starts going, "Hello, everybody, I'm Alistair's
I
friend."
know. It's like the time my friend Gemma told me she had a parrot. It was behind the curtain the whole time. It sounded a lot like that.
Yeah. Do you want to say hello, Narinda, just briefly?
I will. Why not?
Yes.
It's very good.
Hello.
Hey, Narinda, how you doing?
I'm very well, Iain. I've heard a lot about you and Kathrine.
We've heard absolutely
I feel
nothing
that-
about you.
You're a
now,
mystery man.
Alistair
Yeah, well-
is a good friend of ours. I've got some questions to ask to make sure you are up to snuff. Do you accept the challenge?
Absolutely.
Do you intend to steal from Alistair?
Only his heart.
That was a long pause, though. That pause was long. Do you intend to murder Alistair?
Sometimes, but not this time, no.
What is it with the pauses, Narinda? Hey, man, it's
I've
nice.
known Alistair for over 40 years.
You've got a very. You're not the same age as him, right?
I'm about a year, 2 years older than him.
Jesus, you have got a very, very young voice. We know Alistair is 73. I would have put you at 44.
Hey, wait till you see me.
Wow.
Okay, I'm going to cut you off now. Is that okay? There we go.
Does that mean he's coming round? That sounded like a threat. Lock the doors!
Oh, look, I can make my face go like a rectangle. I've never noticed that before. Never noticed that. 0203 286.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I'm hovering around the 15.2, 15.3 stone. I want to get to 14.10. But my God, I'm loving food so much.
I've started looking after myself a bit more around food.
I was tempted to get a pizza tonight.
I will get a pizza, but I've had salads for lunch. I think it's something to do with the sunshine. It makes me not
Everybody
want to
loves
eat
the sunshine.
I eat salad in the sunshine.
Can I play?
I had a really nice, but like not crap ones. Really nice salads. I've been really treating myself like a queen. Ladies and gentlemen, I suggest you do the same in the week that comes. Thank you very much.
I want to play that song that I played you before the show.
Oh God, what a song!
But I wonder if there's a video for it. I don't know anything about these people. It was just after Lucky Man. There's Dean. Oh no, it's up here.
It was, but also you hadn't noticed that it seemed to be from an album called A Man Called Iain or something. My name is Iain.
Okay, so it's Quiet Marauder. Right, let me just see if there's a video of it first.
From Men Volume 1.
So it's called Pretty Girls Are Pretty, right? And
Richard Gregorian is right. Got to cut down on the delivery route.
delivery route. Right, yes, hello there.
Greetings.
Hi.
Turn your
Hello.
phone around, you absolute melt.
Oh, sorry, I do apologise. I forgot.
There he is.
There we go. Dear goodness gracious me. What's that big, like, white dildo in your window? You see that? There.
That's
The other side. The other side.
A bottle on top of something else.
Oh,
Looks like-
that's like Herbalife stuff.
Imagine
right?
if you went, yeah, it's a big white dildo, yeah.
Oh, don't, because I went to interview someone once when I was a young reporter, and it was a nice story about a lovely couple who'd got to their 50th wedding anniversary, and I had to go over and do the usual, what's the secret to a long and happy marriage? And they sort of said, it's never go to bed in an argument, all that stuff. And then as I left, I saw a massive, like old-fashioned 70s style,
Big pink.
plain, no detail on it,
Yeah.
vibrator on the sideboard. Now,
Was it your parents?
no, she couldn't see, so I don't know whether she knew it was out, but I think I
What,
know
she
what
was
the secret
blind?
to their happy marriage was.
Satchmo said, great news. Dolan Sings Nesmith is number 8 on the vinyl singles chart. I can officially say now because it's been confirmed. That was my idea. Gary,
I wanted to join in on the old Tears for Fears chat.
away you go, buddy.
I am a fan. And have you ever seen the literal videos on YouTube?
Not of Tears for Fears. I'm aware of. Yes, I have seen. I love the literal videos.
The head over heels one is worth watching.
Fanford says my
because it's
sister.
a mad video. So the literal version of that is pretty good.
Joe, did you not go and see Tears for Fears once with Dad, or did he get their autograph or some? I remember a Tears for Fears story because his keyboard had Roland on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because his name's Roland.
Yeah, and of course on what does it say on Sparks keyboards?
Ron.
It says Ronald.
And I did an article once about how Sowing the Seeds of Love was a Bohemian Rhapsody-esque song. I did like a comparison of like other songs that were a bit
Like
Bohemian
it's got
Rhapsody.
different movements within it.
Yeah, and speeds and kind of
Two
like
questions.
Okay.
Does Wayne's World, I'm not even talking about Wayne's World 2 because that didn't stand up then.
I loved them both.
Does Wayne's World stand up?
Yes,
When did you last see it?
a couple of months ago.
Did you?
I wanted to check it for the kids, but I think it's a little bit too rude for them still.
My sister says, yes, at Brunel University when Dad was a stage manager, I hung out with them all day. It was my first pop concert. There we go. Second question, is the Mike Myers thing on Netflix going to be any good?
I will give it a go.
Okay.
He's been absent for a while though. So,
Yeah, I was going to watch
sure.
a bit of Austin. I wanted to watch a film today.
I
Nick,
fancied Austin Powers, but still, there's a lot of that stuff.
you couldn't show that to kids.
No,
That's
and
not
you
for
know-
kids.
But you know what else? They won't get the references because they didn't watch James Bond.
No, but then I was also going to watch The Living Daylights today. I felt like watching Dalton. I felt like reevaluating Dalton.
I'm smiling because they had Aha singing the theme tune, and they were just that.
When is that Aha documentary going to be available?
I want to watch that.
Because they don't talk to each other even now.
Oh really?
Having
they're
seen Morton
non-communicado.
Harkett speaking in recent years, I know why.
Yeah.
I loved him so much. Thank goodness I'd never seen any interviews with him because he doesn't come across as the nicest
Oh, he's
person.
a PR1CK. That spells
Wasn't
prunk.
he in the Masked Singer? I think a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and it was obviously him. And in fact, I think he sang
Oh, I
Haunting
know.
High and Low at one point. I went, yeah, that's Morton Harkett.
Hang on, Kira, this is insane, Kira. Talking about Bohemian Rhapsody, I love that, but my boyfriend hated it. He preferred Innuendo by Queen.
What?
That what? That song is
Innuendo was
that's awful. I prefer The Invisible Man. He's
yeah.
the Invisible Man. But Innuendo.
Come on now.
My sister says she also saw Joe Boxers at Brunel in '83. They're touring again. They're retouring the Joe Boxer beat.
Blues
I've
Noodler,
got-
Lost Boys is still a great movie. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Two things to leave you with. Number one, Kath, great film for kids. School of Rock. Watched it with my
We
nephew.
love
Well,
that
done
film.
there,
We're
been there,
obsessed
mate.
with it.
Done
We're
it,
obsessed.
been there, done it.
Brilliant.
Next.
And second things, well, we're talking about.
Oh, Gary, I'm sorry, mate. We lost the line. Dropped just as we were getting to the second thing.
My
Gary.
youngest says that new one, is it Going Red or Seeing Red or something?
Oh, I don't-
She says it's brilliant.
Knew what?
The new the new Pixar film.
Oh, it's about periods. I won't be watching
It's
that.
not about periods.
Yes,
It's about puberty.
Yeah, it's about her periods. I read a treatise on it. Yeah, it's about her periods.
Oh, it's a bit on the nose then, isn't it? Seeing Red.
Exactly. That's what it's about.
I thought it was just, everyone turns into a panda at certain times. I thought it was just about, the transition between. I didn't realise it was that
It's
literal.
periods.
Flipping heck.
Well, and here's a story when my sister.
Was Crimson Tide about that as well?
When my sister was very young, heavy flow, she said to my dad, this is the story, I was too young, I may not have even been around. Dad, what are periods? And my mum shouted from upstairs, sunny periods on the weather forecast.
I remember being in a chemist shop holding my mum's hand, right? So she's doing whatever she needs to do with the pharmacist, and I was looking at the cabinet, and there were lots of little boxes in there, and one of them was called Coloured Love.
Oh, jeez.
And I said, "Oh, Mummy, what's that? Is that eyeshadow?" Yep. Got me out of the shop as quick as possible.
Joe says, I don't remember that. You remember that story being told, though, don't you, Joe? That story was told quite a lot. I I'm going to go. I couldn't go and see Mum the last couple of weeks because they've had COVID in the care home, so there's a lockdown. But I plan to go and see her, probably not next week now, but the week after. And I'm going to interview her. I'm going to start interviewing her and officially recording it. Paul says, saw your fave band in Bath last night, Bare Naked Ladies. Half the band has got the COVID. It was just Ed and Tyler doing acoustics there. Yeah, I've been following it. Hopefully we're going to go and see them at the Royal Albert Hall on Monday. Who knows? You know who the support is? Boothby Graffo, who I'm not a massive Boothby fan, and I have reasons. He's very funny. He's just not my cup of tea. But also, Katie Tunstall.
Oh,
yeah,
woo-hoo.
I like a bit. Yeah, woo-hoo.
Woo-hoo.
Woo-hoo. My sister says we're going to see her on the 13th and 14th. Who? What are you talking about? Were we talking about a woman?
Yes, your mother. Remember her?
Ah, okay.
I'm going to see my mum on Sunday because I've
Mum,
won.
not Katie Tunstall.
Because I've
Thank
got
you.
her a wicked present.
13th and 14th. 14th is a Thursday. No. Yeah, 14th is a Thursday because the 21st is my exam. Next week's my last week at college. You said 13th and 14th, Joe. So you got to stick to that, otherwise break the heart. But yeah, I might be around then. I don't know. I won't be teaching on the 13th. I can't remember the dates I'm teaching. Yeah, next week is my last college. It's only the morning. Then we're going to go out for a meal in the Turkish place opposite. Oh, yeah, get a nice bit of meat.
I had to drive through Dunstable yesterday.
I'm sorry. We used to. There was a good Turkish.
Still there?
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Oh, I know. I was there recently.
The greasy spoon's gone.
It has. Yeah, I was there.
That made me sad.
I was there for an interview about 2 or 3 months ago. Yeah, the greasy spoon is gone.
But that barbecue place is voila.
But so yesterday was the last full day of college. Next week I don't think there'll be much, and it was all.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel as a person?
Oh God, it was sad. We were looking back at what we'd learnt. We had to write a letter to someone we loved about what we'd learnt over the last 2 years. I wrote to my boys. Everyone was in pieces reading this. Then we had to say what we'd learnt from each person. And geez, it was intense, man.
Then did you all get naked and dance?
No, we didn't. It was so bloody stupid.
It was my last day at college.
It was sad. It was really, really sad. It was.
What?
Grow up, man. Jesus. Sometimes you just sometimes. So it was really good. So next week is my last week. My case study will be finished tomorrow. Just got to change. I did a lot of work and it's got to change one little thing. Then I got to send it off to someone to look at it. Have a meeting with her next week. Hopefully, she'll give me a few notes. Do that, and I'm sending it in. It's going to be in by the 8th of April. It's all right, isn't it?
Good.
Will your peers be good therapists? Yeah, they will actually. They'll be great. There are kind of one or two who I favour more, and there's one in particular. I think she's just brilliant. But yeah, they're all good. They're all good. Everyone's come out of it good, which is a relief. It's a relief. So, got a second placement that is starting in April with Mind. That'll probably be Thursdays. That'll be my Thursdays going to North London with Mind. 100 hours by the end of July. Get that case study in. Probably need a little rewrite. I can do that. Got to pass that exam. Which I can do. Pass the mock, and then August oral exam, which I can do. I can do with my eyes closed. I won't do it with my eyes closed because I would fail.
And they'll think, what are you doing that for?
And then Clearline says, Iain, I'm playing a video game about mental illness. You are one of the main non-player characters in it. Did I know that? I think I knew that. What's it called? I think someone... Did I know that? What is it? What? What's going on? Hello? You
all right?
I am supremely confident.
Yeah, good. It's been a slog, but you've done it.
I was able to... Yes, mate, Julie. I was able to, in the very last skill session I will ever have as a client in that building, I was able to say, I am bisexual without any shame. I was able to say 3 years and a month ago I was in a horrific car crash that wasn't my fault. I can say that. And I was also... I'd never said in college... People knew what my job was because it kind of got brought out. You used to be on the telly, but it kind of got brought out a bit. So people knew about it. Some people didn't know who I was. Some people were very, very aware of who I was. And for a while, thought I was like filming a prank show or something there. Yeah, it's cool. But I never really talked about it because I always wanted to keep those two things separate. And yesterday, I was able to say, you know what? I was in I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And I am one of the best radio presenters in this country. I was able to say it. Well, I've never been able to say that.
Good.
There. Hello, caller.
Hello, it's Katya. I'm calling because you asked that I called.
Katya, is your phone made of cardboard?
What is it?
What? Could you speak into your phone?
I am speaking into the phone.
You are now, isn't she? It's changed, isn't it, Kathrine?
She is speaking into the phone.
I'm shouting into it so that you can hear me. So I don't know if I'm doing the phone thing properly. So, but yes, I'm listening to you.
How is you're making tomato sauce?
Yes.
You know you can buy it in this
Do
country.
you mean like a tomato pasta sauce or actual ketchup?
No.
Catsup.
No, I'm making it because it's delicious when I make it. So
That's the only reason to make anything.
Exactly. So, what's up? With stuff?
You called me.
You called me.
I called you. Yes, it's true. Yes, I don't really have a topic. What is your
I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you because I saw the other day you were starting a new project with your engraving, and you had a moment of not panic but self-doubt when you looked at that thing that you had. What was it? A back of a watch?
Yes, it was. It was completely empty. It's just like the writer's block, I guess. But you've got the same. Well, I've got the same thing going on with the blank
en gravin.
sheet of
En
metal.
gravin.
Yes, it's very. I find it a bit intimidating. It's just like. I can't engrave anymore.
Well, especially because you're engraving onto really expensive things that can't be replaced. So it's not like you can start a painting and go, oh, that's shit, and screw it up and throw it away and start a new one.
Yeah, there's that a bit. Though it's not really that. No, I don't think so. It's just because I begin something and it's blank. It's like the unknown. I've got to tame that surface for some reason. And then also, so then you've got, well, with me, it stays like that for 1 or 2 days where I'm like, oh no, I've been doing that for decades, but I still can't engrave, blah, blah, blah. Then I start engraving. But then when when I've done half the project, that kind of voice in my head comes back and it's just like, oh my God, this is terrible. I just need to do something else because I'm really, really bad. And then I have to finish because it's for a client. And then that's the terrible thing nowadays because they ask for pictures, they want to see what you're doing.
They want to see what they're paying for. That's. I hate that when customers want to see what they're paying
But it
for.
might look crap until it's finished. You don't really want them to get upset.
But also back in the days, just like 20 years ago, you'd engrave, you do your thing, and you finished, and no one was expecting to see pictures, and then that was fine. And also because I work in quite a is the word haphazard, I think.
Haphazard, yes.
Yeah, way. Like I'm engraving a face at the moment, so I'm doing one eye, and then a bit of the beard, and then a bit of the. So it probably looks terrible, but I kind of, that's the way that I'm working. So, but yeah, and then I get to the end of the project, and then I don't think it's finished, but it's finished, but it's not finished because I could go on. Actually, I could go on and work on it still. So, yeah,
that's so interesting. I haven't painted for a long time, but when I get to a point where I think it's finished, I have to really say it out loud to myself because otherwise I'll keep going back in and I know I'll mess it up.
I'm the same with sex.
Oh gosh.
The wicked joke. I'm not actually. None of that makes sense. But if you don't think about it, that's a funny joke. I've got to tell myself when I finish.
Can I just stay at the stage of not thinking about it?
I shout when I'm finished. Go back in and make a mess of it. It was kind of the joke. Listen, I've been watching a lot of Norman Collier. Oh, I was watching Duncan Norvelle today. Norman Collier and can anyone find a clip of Norman Collier? You know, he's at
Hello?
Yeah, but he also does an act where he had a car door, and if you wound down the window, he could talk to you, and then if you wound the window up, you couldn't hear him. Yeah. But I could not find the car door clip. Instead, I found him wearing a black balaclava with white lips, doing an impression of Al Jolson.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Don't Google it.
No. Okay.
I'm sure there was similar stuff in Belgium. I mean,
really?
Yeah,
okay.
dodgy, and I'm using quote marks.
Are you a pod?
That wouldn't stand today because it's quite racist.
Oh, no, I don't know. I'm gonna. Oh, I have You made me think about something with your story about. Did Gary have like a dildo of some sort?
Gary had a dildo, yeah.
Yeah, the windowsill as well. Brazen.
Yeah, I remember this time with my parents, we went to visit a property. Hello, my parents.
Your parents.
My
we're about to hear a story about Katya's mum's dildo.
No.
Or your dad's.
Can I ask you a question? Because it was never a word I needed to use. Mais comment est-ce qu'on dit dildo en français?
Ok, tu peux dire un godemiché.
Godemiché?
Godemiché? Godemiché. Okay, continue s'il vous plaît.
But you can do it shorter if you don't have time. You can say God. A God.
Wow. Like,
okay.
God.
So, oh my God. Can be like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
The French kids used to always laugh when we told them to wait a bit. So, oh my God,
Yeah.
now I'm understanding a lot more.
Okay. So, what was it? Yes. So, okay. Visiting the property. My parents wanted to buy a flat, so we visited this flat, and it turned out that it was a flat of one of my teachers. We said, "Oh, hello, blah blah." This and that. And and I had to go to the toilet. Sorry, but I was supposed to.
Well, hang on. Let me stop you there. No. You cannot go to the toilet of a house you're looking in to buy.
No.
You can't. That is verboten. That is against the rules. If someone was looking at my house to buy it and they asked to use the toilet, I'd go, no.
No. Okay. I was a child.
Tiny.
What child? Okay. I was less than 18. I was 15 years old. Can you
she
do
wasn't
that?
tiny.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
right.
Small bladder. Okay. So.
But small person. The bladder is always in proportion to the body, surely.
You wouldn't think it was some people. Wasn't your mum sort of one? My mum goes to the loo before you go out. When you arrive at the place, she goes to the loo again, and then within about 10 minutes, it's toilet time.
No.
Oh, yes.
I want to hear about Katya finding a dildo.
I didn't find it. So okay. So I went to the toilet. The toilet. And then, so yes.
I knew this new show where we watched reality TV shows would go off on so many tangents.
It's not even started.
I know.
So going to the bathroom, right? Open the door, and what do I see? A picture. No, a picture of my teacher naked in a bath with her husband above the toilet. I kid you not.
Well, hang on a minute. That doesn't sound that bad. You're not.
Wait. Was it a picture or was it the mirror? Were they actually in the bath?
No, right. Hang on.
Yes. Kathrine, they were in the bath, both of them. Okay. Standing
But could you see? Right? Could you see?
Someone took a picture of them both. It was a black and white picture.
Okay, calm down.
Crazy.
Calm down. Could you see a penis or a vagina? No. No.
I don't know.
No.
Well,
Could you see her nipples? No. It was an artistic, romantic picture.
There was a third person in that bathroom, though.
Still, I mean, okay. And then I finished my business in the toilets, right?
One or two? Was it a number one or a number two?
Un or deux?
Toi. Huh?
That was what they were doing.
And then obviously my teacher, she watches me with this very strange. She knew that obviously I've seen your picture of you and your husband in the bath. So what am I supposed to say? You know, like, come on. She had a twinkle in her eye. I swear to God. Wow. I swear to God.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye. Thank you. You had to end it.
Now, of course, those were in the days before camera phones. Imagine one of your students going into your bathroom and seeing a mucky picture like that now. It would be all over Twitter.
You'd have to sketch it. Right, so Duncan Norvelle, one of Britain's greatest comedians. He was a straight man that pretended to be gay and would ask men to chase him for anal sex.
Yeah, I was going to say, he wouldn't pretend to be gay. He would pretend to be a stereotypical homosexual.
Let's have a little look at this.
Kind of predatory, kind of creepy, and set people back quite
Again,
a long way.
David Turner's did a voice for me. And I said, oh, you sound like Duncan Norvelle. I said, I got no idea who that was. So I went and found it. Even the intro to this is problematic. Even this is Duncan Norvelle. Clear like, Iain, since you knew that, can you answer a few questions? Does the game ever end and are we immortal? In answer to your first part of the question, what are you on about? And the second one, no, of course not. We're all going to die soon. So this is Duncan Norvelle on 3, 2, 1.
And here's a fellow who's going to chase your blues away. We really had to catch him tonight. Believe me, nobody's safe when he's around.
Nobody's safe when he's around. But then listen to the music they play when he comes on.
Duncan Norvelle.
If you go down to the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. I mean, the beginning of the act is brilliant, right? Before he walks into the audience, the beginning is kind of Kaufman-esque,
yeah.
Right? Let's look at the start.
It's good, isn't it?
That is a great start to an act, right? Then it gets problematic.
Oh, I didn't see you.
He's a married straight man.
Just thought I'd give you that cheer up. What, you can't afford a razor? Go on, Casey. That's the first one that's done that. Hope you don't go before I finish. I had a job getting here, though, because the police knew I was coming. And they stopped me, and he come across and he put his head through the window. I couldn't stop laughing. I had it wound it down.
It's actually quite good.
He says, you're drunk. I says, thank God for that. I thought the steering had gone.
Steering had gone.
What did he say?
You're drunk. He said, thank God for that. I thought the steering had gone.
He says, you're drunk. I says, thank God for that. I thought the steering had gone.
It's a funny act, apart from the homophobia.
He looked at me and I looked at him. And then we danced for a while.
If he was really gay, they would all
Horrified.
be disgusted.
I just passed my final exam in karate, which is good, isn't it?
The final exam in karate.
You won't think it to look at me, but with me barefoot I can break a brick in half. With me barefoot I can break a post in half. And with me barefoot I could kill a man. Thanks.
It's a funny act.
Charming.
It's a funny act.
I come unstuck last night in a chip shop in Leeds. 4 skinheads beat me up for and get me sock ups.
Oh, it turns out he's actually brilliant. This was encoded by Tony Hitman Taylor.
But, you know, I've always wanted to be a film star. I think if I could be anybody, I'd love to be like Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Rocky 3. Rambo. More like Rainbow with me.
Okay, it's a bit shit. What is brilliant, right? The gags are funny. The homophobic stuff is horrendous. You know, he was big. He was on TV all the time. But what I like is he's really quiet.
Yeah.
He's really quiet and nice and slow. He's done about 5 gags in 2 minutes.
Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, does he do impressions? Fucking hell, I don't remember this bit. I don't remember this bit. Oh, that was
it. Don't laugh, I can't hold it long.
Here's the thing, it's a funny act. It's that homophobic thing is like, and the fact that he's playing this kind of what we would call in the old, no, we'd call it camp character. The act is funny. But the homophobic bit, sorry.
Gotta try and look hard.
You know what?
Phew, that hurt.
You know, I get to never talk about my foot on me, eh? You know, I want to fight for my colour. Adrian! There you go.
I lent a friend £2,000 to have plastic surgery last week.
There we go.
I won't get the money back. I don't know what he looks like.
That's a great character.
Probably sat out there watching. I sent £40 away to join the AA a month ago. No one's had me hat, me uniform, me gloves, or nothing. Anyway, I'm going to go. You've been fantastic. Thanks very much.
Right, there's something really charming about it. There's something really charming about it. You take it, I mean, I remember the act just being chase me, but there's obviously more to it than that.
Exactly. That was what everyone took from it, wasn't it?
Yeah. You take that out of it, you tone down the camp. That's a funny act.
Unless he was camp.
I don't think he was. Let's try and find Duncan Norvelle interview. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Welcome back to Celebrity Radio.
No, you know that is.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Stevie Spit interviews Duncan Norvelle.
I have been dying to ask for years, and I'm so pleased to have the opportunity. Where did the catchphrase "chase me" come from?
Oh, Steve, probably about, I'm going back now 30 years,
no,
35 years when I first started. And I was working at a club in Scotland, and I come skipping on to Teddy Bear's picnic, and we were white safari suit on.
I'm from Scotland, I think I saw that.
Did you?
Yeah.
What, in the club? Were you?
No,
you're not old enough.
He is a
and
bit.
There was this fella in the front row.
Anyway,
The charming bit is him.
Yeah.
It was just the fact that all you and I could remember from that name was the Chase Me, and it was the sort of playground stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Duncan Norvelle. Free chaser.
Since me around,
Oh, he had a stroke, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, hiya there, Kirk. Hey, I ain't gonna draw on a man who got a gun.
Okay,
maybe
what's going on there? Dave says,
Kirk Douglas, that's one for the kids.
First series of The Apprentice was really different, wasn't it? Yes, it was. It was. Right. Shall we watch some of The Apprentice? Are you hungry? What do you want to do about food?
I am hungry.
What do you want to do about food? I haven't got any. That's what you're asking.
We'll have to get a man in.
Well, what do you fancy?
I could eat pizza.
Okay.
I'm just remembering how long it took for the curry to arrive last time, so I've got a busy day tomorrow.
Okay. Well, what?
If you're looking for a
let's
world of
watch some of
rainbow
this.
riches.
Yeah.
So this is only half of it, but then I think the second half is around. Someone found this. Anyway, let's have a little look. Okay.
Get some numbers.
Oh no! Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
The Apprentice.
This is season 1, episode 1,
Right.
with my good
What-
friend James Max in there.
And let's just remember, this was when it was a business show.
Yeah. You can call in at any point 0203 286 6370. The only phone-in show on Twitch. The only
Danny
phone-in show on Twitch.
Baker made an excellent point on Twitter today.
Oh, yeah.
Something he's wondered about The Apprentice.
Yeah.
If you've got a brilliant business plan,
Yeah.
a brilliant business idea, but you're rubbish in The Apprentice, are they going to fire you
No,
off?
it's fixed from episode 1. It's fixed from episode 1. It's fixed from episode 1.
Going into central London, eastbound traffic snarling up between junctions.
The music is good, but the film...
Drew says, "Is it better to subscribe to Patreon?" You know, I mean, the best thing to do is to donate to us. That's the best thing to do is to donate. I put the bar up, then I took it down because it's kind of like we were at the. You can't see. Oh, thank you, Daddy.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. There we go.
Can you see now, Daddy?
There we go. Chase me, Daddy. Chase me.
You start. Just said how grown up we are about
Chase
things
me,
like
Daddy.
that now.
Chase me. Oh.
Whether the rain is coming our way from the east and a top temperature.
We have a telephone call, and we always stop the show for telephone calls on this first episode of Back to Reality. Hello, caller.
I was just letting you know that we couldn't see it, but Daddy's beat me to it.
Say thank you to Daddy.
Thank you, Daddy.
Gary.
Yeah.
Chase me. Go on. Chase me.
No.
Go on.
Who was the other one in the 70s that used to dress up like a woman and say something similar? Oh, you are awful.
Oh, that was Kenny Everett.
Dick Emery.
Oh, Dick Emery. Dick Emery.
Dick
Yeah.
Emery.
Yeah.
But I always thought that Duncan Norvelle was a very similar act.
Well, he wasn't. He was a lot more subtle, it turns out.
Yeah.
But
yeah, well,
I thought his gags were funny.
I thought it was funny.
From all corners of the country, Britain's best young business prospects head for London.
She gets off that moped wearing a skirt. She is going to make such a pink skid on the ground.
This isn't. I don't think this is season 1. Let's just.
I'm hardworking. I'm motivated.
No, this is. Oh, her.
Yeah.
All right, this isn't the right one. Where is it?
Oh, what's on the tape says yes, it is.
That's not what we. Where's the one with James Max? No, Ruth Badger. I suppose it.
Thanks
all
to
right,
14
okay.
hopefuls
Let's see.
who are about to put
Let's start
themselves
again.
in the firing line. Expect some strong language and fireworks in a battle to become the Apprentice.
This is series 2. Fuck's sake.
No, ignore me. It was wrong. He says now.
Fuck's sake. The Apprentice. Let's type in season. Well, where is it? We had it the other day.
We did. I would say let's have a look at your history, but probably best not.
No, thank you. Not going to do that in a public forum. Well, we're completely buggered.
You had one job.
But we watched it the other day. Let's try The Apprentice, James Max. Series 1, episode 9. Series 1, episode 9. Let's go there, because then we're closer.
Riverside FM.
Oh, it was on Daily Motion.
Oh, nows.
Thank you. Thank you. How does this work? How does this work? Where do I
Search.
type in?
Top right.
There we go. We got it. It's episode season 16. Fuck. Thank you, Pete. You keep going,
I
Pete.
think we get signed by Alan Sugar if we manage this.
We saw it. Was it on? Can
Started
someone?
watching it.
This is all season 16. There we go. This is it. Is this it?
So wake up. The phone's just wrong, and we've got to be in Docklands by 5 o'clock.
Lino, what am I search? Search The Apprentice. Apprentice UK S01 E01. All right, thanks, buddy. There we go. We got it. Pete, we got it. Hold your horses. We're in.
Still delays for the Northern line. Piccadilly line is back on the move.
We got it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Pete.
6 degrees Celsius. No access into Charing Cross Road for Trafalgar Square because of this accident.
We're in. Thank you, everybody. This will be
From
Margaret
all
and
over
Nick.
the country, the very best of Britain's young business prospects
These are proper
converging
business
on
people.
London, the commercial capital of Europe.
Success is important to me. It's really all I've ever known.
I tend to win most times. I don't mind losing. I don't tend to. I'm very adaptable.
There we go. Look, there we go. It's him.
He can become a judge.
What's his name? Tim.
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 Yeah, he
No,
stepped
it's
in
Tim.
for Claude.
Little baby Tim.
Very determined, shrewd, yet honest.
I went to a Spice Girls concert with him.
Definitely a strategic thinker.
I've got O-levels, I've got A-levels, I've got a degree.
What's her name?
Sarah Khan.
Sarah Khan. You don't enjoy her on the radio? Have I got that correct?
Well, she's not on it anymore, so.
No one does.
In environmental planning.
There are far too many good business ideas in my head that I know could make a serious amount of dosh.
Who brought their dad? You don't get anyone that old anymore, do you, on The Apprentice?
From thousands of applicants, 14 people hungry for success.
There was no spoilers for The Apprentice final, in case you haven't seen
Already
it.
been spoilt. All you have to do is look at the internet.
Oh, I'd stayed off the internet until I watched it. But there was, like the last episode, everybody comes back.
Yeah.
Right, the guy that got chosen last, I don't remember him being in it. There was one guy who got left. Oh, there's one guy that got left. Yeah, go on then. And I was thinking...
Was it the guy in the Admiral's jacket?
No. He was the second from last to get chosen.
Okay.
But there was a guy that got... Go on then. I'm thinking,
I'd go
who
home.
is he?
I'd go home. How embarrassing.
JKRX Art, they're all dead now. Oh, actually, apparently the red-headed American this year was the oldest ever candidate. Okay. Okie dokie.
Have been shortlisted for
Harry. It was Harry.
I don't remember Harry.
a unique opportunity.
By the way, you can call in at any point if you want to talk about this, what we're watching, if you want to talk about anything. So this is kind of what we're thinking of maybe doing in May, is having one show a week, but then someone suggested we might need to give more paywall stuff to make it fit. We'll think about it. But maybe one show a week where we watch like a random reality TV show, and we'll see how it goes. Christian says, what's the phone number? It's 0203 286 6370. I'm going to put it in the chat. 0203 286 6370.
You're not typing.
Oh. Well, he just called and then he
We
went.
saw you flash, Christian.
I've had trouble with this keyboard today.
Sticky.
We'll phone him back. It's not sticky.
Sticky keys.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, it's all right. So I thought I was Echo. It was you saying hello the same
Yeah, it was
time.
me.
It was him doing it.
Yeah.
I thought it was Echo, but it was you doing it.
Oh, no, don't do that. It's confusing.
Don't do that. It's confusing.
Stop it.
See? Christian, how may we be? It's so lovely to hear your voice and to see your strange avatar. How may we be of assistance to you this evening?
Oh, I was just watching your Chase Me.
Chase me.
Duncan Norvelle.
Yeah.
Duncan Norvelle, and it made me think
Horny.
of Roy Spook J.
Oh,
Slither.
Yeah.
What a horror.
Wasn't it? That act was. We looked at this about 2 years ago,
Yeah,
and
he
I
was creepy.
Slither. That was that gave me nightmares.
Ugh.
What was his name? We'll watch a little bit, of course.
It was it was horrendous. Roy Spook J. Have a look at the one on
it was
Bob Monkhouse in 1983.
There we go. We got it. And yeah, he wore like a sort of prison Slither.
Didn't he end up doing a Smith Square Crisps advert?
He's he's got a Schweppes advert here.
I bet he's in prison now.
It was like mainstream comedy. Looking back, was weird, man. It was like performance art. Duncan Norvelle, Norman Collier, who I was obsessing with a bit today. It's weird stuff.
I like
Slither.
Ollier.
I liked it like the first 18 times I saw it.
Yeah.
I wish I could find the car window clip. I can't find that anywhere.
But it's the sort of stuff that your gran would appreciate because it was, slightly music hall-y. They understood it was supposed to be funny, whereas the alternative comedians were terrifying to them.
Yeah.
Jasper Carrot was good.
Well, I tell you, I like Jasper Carrot. I didn't like Phil Cool, the rubber-faced comedian Phil Cool.
No, he was a dickhead. I liked.
I can't go on that far, but here's.
No, Jimmy Cricket, not Jasper Carrot. Jimmy Cricket.
Oh,
he was a bit odd. Come here.
There's more.
There's more.
There's more. Did we have him on the show once?
I think we might have, yeah.
I feeling we might have had him on the phone.
I bet he was lovely, but it was strange.
It was what it was. It was a way.
Decidedly so.
I tell you, who was good.
It was good.
Dougie Brown. You know whose sister that is? Whose brother that is?
Yeah.
Ivy Tilsley. Yeah. Dougie Brown was a funny act. All right.
I'm just googling him.
Christian, I'm going to hang up on you because we're going to watch a bit.
Fine.
We're going to watch some Roy Spook J, and then we're going to watch some Dougie Brown.
And can I say we're watching this and it's all your fault, Christian?
Here we go.
And I see a new
And this is how this reality TV show would work. We don't really watch anything. We just
comedian arrive on the scene with a style that's all his own. And I'd like you to share that rare pleasure with me now. Here's Roy J.
Looks like Bill Murray.
Friendly stranger in a black sedan, don't want you hop inside my car. I've got candy floss, I'm a traveling man, and I will take you to the nearest star. Hey. Hi, weirdos.
Hi, weirdos. That was it.
I used to be a schizophrenic, but we're both okay now. Wow, this place is weird, huh? Slither.
He's not American, is he?
No.
I met a guy outside tonight. Slither. On his way to the Olympic Games. I said, are you a pole vaulter? He said, no, German, but how did you know my name? I boogied on down to the disco. Boogie. You'll all be doing it tomorrow.
There we go.
That's a good lad.
Met my brother Spike. Spike spoke. Spook. He said, hi, Roy J. He remembered me.
This is fucking awful.
Blue eyes.
What's the big ending?
Bronze-bodied pearl. Mr. Kipling's apple crumble. Exceedingly good. She said, do you want some bickies? He said, bickies? Bickies? You've not got dunkers? And he's sitting in the corner having a dunk.
Giving up on the accent.
The accent's gone.
She came across, undid a grass skirt and dropped it. Said, now Slither, man. Tell me, what have you missed most in 6 years? He goes, go on, you've not got a chit pan as well, have you?
There's no clapping.
Dougie Brown. Now that's an act. This is an act. We watched a bit of this before. This is an act. This is a flipping act.
Booking
this
your
is Ivy
Verbo
Tilsley's
holiday.
brother.
Yeah.
This is a flipping act.
The comedians, it feels like that was Saturday nights at my grandma and grandpa.
Yeah.
This fella's got this little parrot, you see, and he's teaching it how to speak. And all it'll say is, who is it? Like that. Well, he goes out to work 8 o'clock one morning, and at 9:30, there's a knock on the door. And the parrot said, who is it?
Stick with it. Stick with it.
See? And he said, it's a plumber. I've come to when your pipes would let me in, please. And then the parrot said, who is it? He said, it's a plumber. I've come to when your pipes would let me in, please. And then the parrot said, who is it? He said, It's the plumber I've come from your pipe. And then the parrot said, where's it?
Stick with it.
It's the plumber I've come from your pipe. I forgot the end. I was doing right well as well then, wasn't I? I know all the characters, like.
Know the characters?
Do you want to dance? You can dance. I know all of the characters. There's only the two of them. There's the parrot who's in the cage, and I know what he said. He said, where's it? See? And then this chap's outside, and he said, what do you mean? Oh no, that was me earlier. No. He said,
this is brilliant.
He said, it's a plumber I've come to in your pipes. Let me in, please.
This is Kaufman.
The parrot said, where's it?
Farage.
The parrot's in the cage, and he did say, right enough, he said, where's it? See? And then this chap's outside, and he didn't say it's the plumber I've come to when your pipes will let me in, please. That's where I've gone wrong. He said, it's the plumber I've come to when your pipes will let me in, please. Angrily. He went on for about 4.5 hours, and he's screaming and shouting his head off. And in the end, the blood pressure got the better of him. And he collapsed in a heap on the stairs, and at 5 o'clock the man came home from work. Well, he fell right over this body, and he looked down and he said, who is it? And the parrot said, it's the plumber he's going to be.
Oh, and there's me at the end. That's a great
That's how
act.
much we try and sell you home for.
That's a great act. Anyway.
Back to The Apprentice.
0203 286 6370. Tangents are welcome.
At this time, he's just Sir Alan Sugar. He's no Lord Sugar yet.
Yeah.
Is he Sir Alan? Yeah, he's Sir
Yeah,
Alan.
he's Sir Alan.
And there's a lot of, yes, Sir Alan.
Have you ever seen The American Apprentice?
No, because it's got...
Yeah.
They've all come to battle
What the fuck is this?
Character.
Okay.
it out for a dream job with a salary of £100,000. All they've got to do is impress the boss.
Oh, because they got a job, didn't they? £100,000
Yes.
job.
I don't want to blow my own trumpet here,
I've got natural immunity. I've got bullshit immunity.
but what I'm looking for is somebody a bit similar to me. I'll shove it right up your bloody ass if it
Where is he?
Talking to his wife.
doesn't work. I'm telling you, I'm sick and tired of it.
This is Sir Alan Sugar. So
What did he do with the paper then?
Also, why was he being so rude? No one
I'm
ever
sick and
explained
tired of
that.
it.
What's he doing with the paper? Look.
this is Sir Alan Sugar, self-made
Ain't got time for
Nottingham.
that.
It's like when Robbie Williams spins the microphone in his hand, isn't it? I tried to do the other day with a deodorant can. I
So
couldn't
what
do
they're
it.
establishing here is he's an angry man who reads the paper in a weird way. So you watch it.
He's talking about Gatford's dildo sofa balm. I don't expect that kind of language from you.
And East End boy done good.
I would have told you to piss off.
Okay. Now, I got beef with Margaret. I can't go backwards on this.
We know about Margaret.
She gave me evils on a flight to Greece because I was holding a baby.
I think that might be her resting face.
At 16, he left school in Hackney and started trading from a small council
Selling
flat.
aerials out of a van, we know.
And shit computers, the Amstrad CPC 464 and crappy stereos that when you recorded, if you recorded on to tape the album, there's a lot of hiss.
By the night,
I understand now why they give him funny one-liners now. To stop him going, piss off, arse, or
1980s.
stick it up your jacksie.
His Amstrad computer was a household name across Europe.
Hang on a minute. You can't go back, all right.
He became chairman, then
Look at that.
hate figure at Tottenham Hotspur, but he's still their biggest individual shareholder. Thick
Someone get him a box, come on.
He needs one of those booster seats. I need a boost. Can't see.
skinned and uncompromising, Sir Alan's at the top of his game.
Paul says, remember the weird Amstrad email thing? Was that the phone? Didn't Amstrad make a phone that had Spectrum video games on it? Like in the 90s? Did that happen?
with a global empire worth £700 million.
I'm very, very impressed.
Oh, hi.
Fair play, he's 76.
Yeah. He doesn't look an awful lot different either.
No, he looks good for 74 or 76. They're going to the Amstrad office.
The actual office rather than...
Now aged 57, Sir Alan's looking for an apprentice to help take his corporation into the 21st century. For the next 12 weeks, burning ambition will meet the school of...
Hang on a minute, this is the Amstrad emailer. Oh, yeah. Amstrad emailer. The idea for the Amstrad emailer was conceived by Bob Watkins. It was the backer, the phone with emails. Okay, right, we got that. That's good. Thank you.
Hard knocks, as Sir Alan puts these candidates through a grueling selection process. 14
Daddy Dino sent it from his first email from there.
young hopefuls. One vacancy.
What's happened? We've hacked.
This is the ultimate job interview.
I'm afraid to say you're fired.
What's going on, boys?
You're fired. Do you feel the pressure is building? You have let me down.
I'm going to fucking win this night.
It's because The Apprentice is not sweary. I think there's a shit in this episode. You get a shit. You got the F for it says first fuck dies, but you don't get much swearing in The Apprentice.
I swear quite a lot watching it though. But yeah, no, they were hard-nosed business people. That's why they were so angry all the time.
Nelly says, be good if they walk into Sir Alan's office and he's playing on Peter Beardsley's international football on the CPC 464.
Kills me.
I ain't happy with any explanation.
Oh, the Amstrad GX 4000 was shit.
From the three of you. You are an awkward character. I think you're a hint.
What's this music? Down.
More than help.
You want to survive, and I want to survive, yes?
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
I'm quite happy to fire you, Paul, if you are going to take this kind of action.
Fuck off. You can't fucking fire me.
What? Wow.
This was in the days when they'd actually go in and do things like that rather than doing all that talk beforehand. Yeah, they called me the shit kicker because I kick shit and I'm going to be the best and I'm really good at business and I don't take any prisoners. And then when they get in the actual things like, yeah, no problem, Sir Alan. This is the effing Apprentice.
I didn't watch it for quite a while. So this is all new to
business.
Me. No. What year would this have been? Like 2003, 4, something like that? No chairs, look. And we get to see her.
And look at the generic business shots there on the wall.
7 men.
That's an Amstrad emailer, isn't it? Isn't it? Hang on a minute. We go back.
She's doing no work there.
She's got the Amstrad emailer!
Product placement. We didn't even realise it.
Holy shit, she's using an Amstrad emailer, guys.
And all she's using it for is to go, Sir Alan, we'll see you now. That's all she did.
7 women, each with a business background. Some have first-class degrees, others left school with nothing.
But more than is decent will go off into broadcasting and have longer careers than me.
Some have climbed the corporate ladder, others have gone it alone.
2005,
All 14
thank you, Gary.
have left successful careers behind in the hope they'll be the one chosen by Sir Alan Sugar.
Here we go.
Hello.
I'm busy sending an email on the emailer. It's just taking quite a long time.
Can you send them in, please?
I should say it.
Why are they bringing their suitcases in?
Because they might be going straight home.
Because she could,
no, they're going to the house, aren't
because
they?
she could nick them. So does he win it then, Tim? Tim must win it.
I don't think I've watched the first one.
Are they spies? Are they training to be
Sounds
spies
like
in the
it.
first one?
I think this is supposed to be sexy business music.
Okay.
Sexy business.
What the? Oh, you can't see. Let me just go.
That's like Putin's dinner table that he sits at, isn't it?
Where's my Putin? Look at. It is in there. But what are they doing here?
Except they should all be sitting at one end, one of the small ends.
Can we time Nelly out?
What's he doing now?
Can we time Nelly out for that? Are you fucking joking? Are you joking? Are you actually joking? Can we time Gary out? Why are you telling it? Can we time It's Andrea out, please?
Can you do spoilers after 20 years?
Yes, you fucking can, and they fucking done it. Right. Let's go to season 2.
Don't, because now they know what the game
Where
is.
are my mods? Where are my mods? Mods assemble. Thank you, Pete. All of those, that list is accurate, Pete, of names that I said there. That list is accurate. Thank you. One more. Can we time out Gatford, even though he's a mod? I might be able to do that.
Silence him.
Look at his picture. What's his avatar doing? Time out. His avatar's getting him timed out. That's what's happening. Unbelievable. Okay, so Tim wins and Sarah Khan gets to the final.
Imagine if you were one of the people who didn't even get a seat.
Yeah.
You know you're out.
Well, we know who wins.
Do now.
As far as I'm concerned, what I have in front of me here is 14 of Britain's best prospects. Quite a few thousand people applied for this job. A job with me, a job that's going to bring you a 6-figure salary.
Tim.
But to get that job, you're going to have to demonstrate to me your skills in leadership, business acumen, shrewdness.
He did the lips! He does that all the time.
Pouty Tim.
The lot. Every week,
beautiful, isn't he?
He's
I'm going to
a
set
very
you
beautiful
tasks, and you're going to be split into separate teams, boys and girls. And each team
Kids are doing that look again now with the two-tone hair.
is going to have one of
Very
these
Billie
people
Eilish,
following
isn't
them.
it?
This is Margaret Mountford. Margaret has worked with me for well over 20 years.
She must be tired.
She's probably younger than me there. How old is she?
Over here is Nick Hewer. Again, Nick has been with me for over 20 years, and he's been by
Looks so much like my father-in-law. It's unbelievable.
my side
Does he?
No.
everywhere I've gone. They're going to be
does that.
my
Money.
The thing is, Nick Hewitt, we now know is a pussycat.
Yeah.
eyes and
Delightful.
ears. Now, every week, the team that loses, one of you in that team is going to get fired. Now, this is
The fat tie. I'm not being racist. Sorry, I don't know. But yeah, I'm talking about the tie.
What he hasn't said is one of you's going to get fired, but before you do, you'll go to that cafe that's supposed to look grim, but actually I think probably does quite a nice fry.
Well, do they have the cafe in season 1?
Let's see.
Please don't tell us in this.
This is not a game.
Well, it literally is.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing I learnt very early on. You're wearing a suit, you sat down, you undo the fucking button. You never have the button done up.
He's not sat down.
Oh.
Is a 12.
There's a lovely running gag in The Monkeys, and there's one bit where they're doing a spoof of Guess My Line. And it's Mickey's hosting it, and it's Mike goes, my name is Davy Jones. Davy goes, my name is Davy Jones. And Peter goes, my name is Davy Jones. And Mickey goes, will the real Davy Jones please stand up? I am standing up. That's a great gag.
12-week job
Why
interview.
does he do my voice?
Because he's from Manchester. And he's a Manchester boy.
Yeah, but he started to get transatlantic quite quickly, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm the one who's going to decide who gets fired. I, and only I, am the one who's going to fire you people one by one every week until I've got my
quite far
apprentice.
forward. Are we sure he's
So you
not
can forget
standing up?
about flicking your hair back and flashing your eyes and having a handsome attack, because
A what now? A handsome attack.
I think that's describing what Tim was doing with his lips there.
Handsome attack.
it ain't going to make any difference. And here's a bit of a warning now. Never, ever, ever underestimate me, because you will be making a fatal error. I know everything in my business. I can tell you.
It was a Hanson attack, so they get umbopped to death.
Where every screw and every nut and every bolt is in my company. I don't like liars. I don't like cheats. I don't like bullshitters.
This is asking for a little mashup, isn't it?
I don't like schmoozers. I don't like arse lickers.
I do.
What, never?
Wasn't there? Didn't Cassette Boy do?
It wasn't done back then. It's very modern now. Cassette Boy did, I think.
Cassette Boy did Alan Sugar, didn't they? Gotta love a bit of Cassette Boy. Cassette Boy versus the Bloody Apprentice. Shall
Let's have it.
Let's have a little bit of this.
It's around here somewhere.
If you're looking for a world of rainbow riches, look no further.
This is Sir Alan Sugar. This is Sir Alan Sugar. Sir Alan Sugar. Recently sold computer giant Amstrad from the back of a van. These days, Sir Alan's worth more than £8.
£8? Shut it. Don't ever underestimate me. I've got a B in GCSE French. I know the words to Candle in the Wind. I won an egg and spoon race once. I drink 1,000 cups of coffee a day. My car can go 100 miles an hour. Nice. Never underestimate me. I'm certainly better than you tossers. You're supposed to be the brightest lot of entrepreneurs in the country.
I am technically useless.
Encouraging, isn't it?
Well, isn't that? You know who that is, guys?
I am technically...
That's Hopkins, right?
No.
Is that not Hopkins?
No, I really cannot recognise
That
people,
looks like
can you?
Katie Hopkins.
It looks nothing like her.
That's Katie Hopkins.
No.
Who is that then?
Dunno.
She was on this, right?
She's technically not Katie Hopkins, though.
She was on this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Apparently, according to what's on the tapes, that's Lucinda.
I'm close to timing Pete out now.
Encouraging, isn't it? Right, who's next?
It's my birthday today, Sir Alan. I'm 36 today.
Are you having a laugh or what? In your CV, what's the first thing you wrote on it?
I eat in a lot of Italian restaurants.
Is that Matt Lucas?
No, but it looks like him.
In your CV, what's the first thing you wrote on it?
I eat in a lot of Italian restaurants.
I used to work with a guy next to him.
Really?
CV?
Yeah.
What's the first thing you wrote on it?
I eat
Him.
Who is he?
He used to work at 3 Counties.
in a lot of
Yeah. He was a nice lad.
Italian restaurants.
Congratulations.
I am very into art, and I find it very difficult to have conversations about football.
This is not a football match. I mean, they're all as bad as each other, quite honestly.
Cassette Boy was a lot slower.
The bloody bleeding, bloody Apprentice. It's the bloody Apprentice. In comes the most important man of the day, Sir Alan Sugar's on television.
Sir Alan, we'll see you now.
Let's get on with it, shall we? Every week, I'm going to set you business tasks. One team will win, and in the losing team, one of you will get banged up in some Cuban jowl somewhere. But the thing is, in fact, this is nothing at all to do with business. It don't mean jack shit, quite frankly. You are here to enhance some form of media career. That's what it's all about. This is an audition, for a job in a television company. But I think you are wasting your time because you're kind of and I put this in the nicest possible way, you're a bloody shambles and you haven't got a bloody clue.
Doesn't like Matt Lucas. It looks so much like him.
There's another one. Here we go.
These are Freddie's flowers.
Mother's Day at the weekend, guys, and the clocks go back an
my
hour.
home
You get an
with
extra
weekly
hour in bed
deliveries.
this weekend, so enjoy it.
Here he comes.
Bloody hell, bloody rubbish. Bloody salesman, bloody belligerence. Bloody job, bloody chaos, bloody loser. Bloody tissues, bloody aloe vera, bloody batteries, bloody thing, bloody good candle, bloody clueless, bloody people, bloody shambles, bloody disgrace.
Previously on The Apprentice.
Welcome to my boardroom. I don't wish to boast, but I've got a tremendous amount of awards, okay? Woman of the Future Award, Outstanding Asian Woman Achievement Award.
Outstanding Asian Woman Achievement Award.
I'm the greatest entrepreneur since sliced bread, and I also can make a phone call. Darling, get me a spaghetti carbonara tonight.
Carbonara?
Yes, Lord Sugar.
I spend millions and millions and millions of pounds on ready meals. How much do you pay for your tea? I haven't had any tea. You're an idiot. You are fired.
Well, good morning.
Good morning, Lord Sugar.
Now it's time for you to convince me that you're worthy of the 250.
Oh, he won, didn't he?
Now it's time for you to convince
He had
me
like
that
an-
you're worthy of the
Tom.
He had like an invention.
Tangle teaser.
Tangle teaser, wasn't it?
Still
Yeah.
use them.
Yeah.
£250 investment I'm going to make in our joint company. I hope you got your passports with you because we're off to Birmingham, one of the most fashionable cities in the world. I've given Karen and Nick 150 new condoms and they're going to screw on the back seat of my bloody car.
Oh, come on now.
And your next task is to get a piece of that action.
My ears are gonna burst. I'm laughing so hard. Shut up,
I
Gary.
remember that episode.
You have the total use of their facilities, and here's the bad news, and me. My own arse is up for
Here we go.
facilities, and here's the bad news, and me. My own arse is up for grabs.
Cheers me. Has anything really changed in the last 40 years?
As you can imagine, it needs a lot of cleaning.
Not with all the licking it gets.
Just about anything is going off down there.
Are we still talking about his bum?
Am I making myself clear to you?
Yes, Lord Sugar.
I'd hurry up if I was you. Well, a long day for everyone, I think. You've personally seen my bollocks. I don't care which one you want to talk about first. Don't underestimate the pair of them.
She looks.
Talk
She
about
looks.
first.
What's
Don't
going on?
underestimate the pair of them.
They were beautiful, really, really nice.
I think probably because they were so big.
Initially, I thought all my birthdays would come at once.
Good start. And there was
A dip.
a dip, wasn't there?
There was.
It looked good, it did attract attention.
You were passionate about the cock.
Come on. His face.
If you just joined us, we're watching episode 1, season 1 of The Apprentice.
Certainly a good effort.
Beg your pardon?
To be honest, it was a little bit disappointing.
Anybody else not that happy with it?
I was not happy with
You're not that happy with it?
Yeah. I think we felt we could do better.
Fine. But I heard a bit of feedback from Karen that both teams wanted it.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Well, quite rightly so.
I wanted the opportunity to grab it.
Everyone was faffing, putting the hand in, putting the hand out.
It has got more of my hand on it than anybody else's.
That, I'm sorry, that's a case of mishandling the equipment.
True. One of my favourite pastimes is leaving the house without my trousers on. But the first time I exposed myself to the gentleman here, I ended up with erectile dysfunction. And that is not what I'm looking for at all.
Oh, man.
The whole bloody thing collapsed because of him. Would you agree that that's the case?
Can I just support this? You were so sort of floppy, if I can put it that way.
It's like going into war with a pea shooter. Well, gentlemen, you let me down. Ladies, you seem to have pulled it off. Well done. Your treat this week is that you're going to one of the natural wonders of the world, Bedford Autodrome, to climb the 377 feet sculpture of Sir Chris Hoy. And you're going to ride a couple of the stars of Strictly Come Dancing, riding them around the racetrack there. I'm a bit jealous for that one myself. I would like to have gone myself. Okay? Okay.
She wearing jeans?
Was she? I hope so.
Okay.
No.
Oh, just eyebrows.
You lost. What went wrong?
I'll tell you what happened, because I was there. Karen and I drilled each other for an hour and a half.
Let's face it was a mess in there, wasn't it?
I understand you came up with something a bit innovative.
That was my idea, Lord Sugar. Basically, nibble your feet and give you a massage.
If I would have tried that out in front of the boss of Dixon's, I would have been thrown out. So, Leon, just tell me why I shouldn't fire you.
I drew a picture of a teapot with a light. I drew a picture of a child with a rucksack sitting down on it in a car. That's kind of my contribution.
I'm going home. It's time for beddy buys as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to go and sit on the couch somewhere. All you people, clear off, you know, I'm not interested. I mean, I may as well put that £250 into a slot machine. I'm going to stand on London Bridge with my £250 and chuck it over London Bridge. What are you waiting for? Go away.
Lord Sugar's search for his business partner is over.
Good at knitting.
So, that's The Apprentice.
Hang on. I'm sorry.
Hello and welcome to The One Show with Christine Blakely. She's a jolly girl. She's a funny girl.
And Adrian Charles.
Well, he was very creepy, there's no doubt about it. We have some bad news, I'm afraid, to report. We're here every day, in the studio, all week, every week.
Yeah.
You can't switch on the telly without seeing The One Show.
Which is every
When they
bit...
were Holly and Phil.
Yeah, and they blew it. They got greedy. But he managed to come back.
Well, she's
Not a bloody...
Yeah.
I think she might have stopped now.
Oh, what? No, that was good. I just enjoyed this. I'm just breathing.
You were having a moment.
No, I was breathing. I'm breathing.
Okay.
Anyway, back to The Apprentice.
Well, what are you going to do now?
Does anyone else expect them to say something ridiculous?
I don't think I can watch this now.
You're going to go back to the house I've got for you. I've laid on a nice little dress.
Oh, I was going to play you a song, wasn't I?
Oh, bloody hell.
Pretty Girls Are Pretty.
There it is.
But I want to see if there's a video for it. YouTube. Pretty Girls Are Pretty.
I'm too old to Twitch says, will episode 1 last longer than Diane of the musical?
Pretty Girls Are Pretty. Oh, there's a video. The video might ruin it. Let me just have...
Girls. Pretty Girls? Yeah.
Yeah, the video ruins it. In fact, I don't want to listen to the song anymore now. I've seen their faces.
Has he gone off it?
Now I've seen that. Well, it's good, but their faces ruin it. Here we go. It's this. That's not it. This is Dean Friedman.
Hey man, where you off to?
I'm going on public transport.
Where are you going?
Nowhere.
Well, you're just getting on it.
Yeah.
I'm bored of it now. Right.
Actually, it's quite predatory.
Yeah, it is. It's horrible. It's a really horrible song. What
Don't
are we doing?
listen to it.
Are we getting pizza or are we not eating?
We are getting a pizza.
Am I ordering a pizza?
Yes, order a pizza.
I've got an email from the Big G. What does the Big G want?
Your soul, for starters. ¿Qué pasa con el gran G?
He sent us. But is this... He sent us a YouTube clip. If this is the wrong thing, you're in big trouble. Yeah, it's not got the... It doesn't have the bit with the car door on it.
Be gracious.
No, I'm not taking this.
Be gracious. Just say thank you.
No, but it's not like... I've found this. There's that.
Oh, God. There's a bit we won't show you because it's racist.
Yes, Richard, you're fired. You're fired. Do we want pizza?
He said that, not me. Why are you fluctuating on the pizza?
Because of money and weight.
Money I can cover.
Cough up.
I can cover.
Cough up chicken. Might be a gold watch. All right. What is it? Domino's, isn't it?
Is there anywhere else?
Let's just see if there's an offer first. Let's just see if there's a Domino's
There won't be an offer.
offer.
There
I can actually get. There are very few places that deliver to me, but a kebab place does deliver to me. £30, 50.
What?
50% off when you spend £30 or more. So you got to spend. If you spend £29, it costs £29. If you spend £30, it costs £15.
That's a hell of a business model.
Their deals are nuts, right? Large. I'm not interested in the collection perfection.
Do what now?
They have collection perfection. All right, let's just see what happens.
I'm juicing up now, so you better deliver.
What size are we getting? Medium, large?
Medium.
Large.
I don't want a large.
But you need to get it over 30 to get the deal.
It will be the bloody expensive pizzas.
Well, let's not bother then.
How does that work?
Well, let's not get... Right, okay, there's the menu. So the menu is pizzas. Right, so we go to pizza. Excuse me.
What?
It's
Am
my
I not
turn.
allowed to... Am I not allowed to choose?
Twisted dough balls. No, I'm not adding that. I'm going first.
Honestly, it's...
Fucking hell, they're 21 quid a pizza.
Well, that's how it ends up being.
They fucking... I'm sorry, they have gone right up.
That's
fucking hell.
That's why they've got those deals.
The large pizzas were $17.99. Yes. Thanks, Brexit.
Yes. I told you, harsh nose. Spend £30 on pizzas is easy. 2 medium should do it, I think so.
No, fuck it. I'll put pizza in the oven. Well, I'm not...
It's like when your mum says, what do you want for pudding? I've got an orange.
Here's the thing. I'll order it, though, and I'll never see the money from you.
You will. I've got it in my purse.
Come on, then. You pay them cash then when they come.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Why are you going on like I don't...
Why don't we...
on like I'm tight. I'm not tight. If you don't want a pizza, just say, don't blame it on Domino's.
Let's put pizza
don't
in
blame it on me.
Let's put pizza in the oven.
What have you got, though? Is it a shit one?
Yes, of course it's a shit one. All home pizzas are shit. All right. How much money have you got on you then?
I can't divulge.
Can't do £50 notes with the pizza man.
I think I've got options.
How much money have you got? Who is this? Who are you?
I'm doing some building work.
All right. God, they're so expensive now. Okay, what do you want?
Yeah, we're all right.
Tandoori chicken?
Why?
What do you want?
No, I don't want a tandoori chicken.
Well, what pizza do you want?
That filth.
Well, what do you want?
I'll choose. I don't want to
Start-
divulge secrets.
Texas barbecue.
You choose your own. and
I've
don't
chosen
speak
mine.
for me.
I've chosen
Well,
mine.
Don't be ordering for me.
I've chosen mine.
Don't be ordering for me.
I'm not going to. Could you order,
Pass
please?
It. Pass it.
You're not touching my phone.
Why?
I don't want to get fleas on it.
I ain't got fleas. I've had a wash.
No, you're not touching my phone. Get the f off my phone. What are you doing? Trying to touch my phone? Never touch a man's phone. I will touch
Actually,
it.
thinking about it. Probably
Okay. Christian says get your local pizzeria to deliver. Okay, yeah.
Shut up. We don't live in London.
There's only 2 places that will deliver. There's the Chinese and there's that. And then there's like 3 places that will deliver like cheap burgers. They're actually quite nice, but they're cheap. And it's somewhere away and they're cold. If you don't choose now,
I'm choosing. Keep going. Yes.
To what?
You know which one.
New Yorker.
It's the New Yorkers every time.
Okay.
Although, it does leave me very... They're so salty.
I don't know if I've got any fizzy pop. I've got cream soda.
You can order fizzy pop.
Where have you got all this money from?
I cannot divulge that. And it's not...
All right. So, do you want a side?
No.
I do. You're paying. Twisted dough balls. No.
Richard says we should have been nicer about Deliveroo.
Will we be seeing you tomorrow morning at 11, Richard? And if so, would you please leave that attitude behind? Right. You want a fizzy pop, right?
Yeah.
What do you want?
I want, pointlessly, I want a Diet Coke.
I ain't got it.
Yeah, they have. Says it there, but
No.
it's just got a picture of Oasis on.
Oh, it's got a picture of Oasis on, isn't it? Okay. That was without the thing. That's 50 quid.
Yeah, it's a con. Because you will always get a discount. Isn't that right, Harsh? It's one of those things where then you feel like they've done you a favour, but actually you're still paying
I'm not working next month for a whole month, right?
You're not paying, so stop moaning. Honestly, right? Flipping buzzkill.
Cash. Oh, there's a warning for cash. Cash is unavailable at this time. Please select a different view.
All right.
You clever. What are you doing?
I'll pay. I'll pay through an alternative method.
How are you going to pay? Are you going to put your card into my phone? That would be interesting. That would be very interesting.
Can we not PayPal?
Yeah, but it's such a faff to pay through PayPal because you've got to log in.
Well, all right. Well, why don't you pay and I'll give you the money?
I
You
can't
go
take.
down the West End and treat yourself
I
to
can't
something
take
gorgeous.
money off you for pizza.
Yes, you can, dickhead.
Don't call me a dickhead. I'll call you a twat.
That's quite hurtful, actually.
You call me a dickhead first.
You always call me a dickhead. Dickhead's fine. Twat's too harsh.
All right.
No.
Shit. A cock.
No. No. I knew we were going there. That's the most insulting moment of all. If I end up chewing on that, you're dead.
Once we've watched Cassette Boy, The Apprentice seems really slow, right? Because I've got to log into my PayPal. You could log into your PayPal.
That's what I suggested, but... Thank you. Not looking. I mean, I could just go and get my phone and do it easier.
It's Andrea says, please just order the effing pizza, guys. Thank you.
Precisely. I don't know what's rattled her cage, though.
Because she got
it's gone
timed
wrong.
out. What have you done?
It's gone to him. It's gone to think. Right, come here.
What have you done? Where did it go
I
to?
pressed something and it went next door. It's all right. I'm on it. You carry on and I'll catch up because I think I can probably keep up with this narrative. It was slow in those days, wasn't it?
Drink for you, but I also want you to be on your toes at any time you're going to receive a phone call about the first task. All right, on your bike.
I will not be saving my password, no.
Save it. Look at this. Where are they staying?
Faulty Towers.
The candidates will be staying in an 8-bedroom luxury house on the Thames in West London.
My PayPal app, so I've got them.
For Christ.
It's all right, no. Fine. I'll leave it there. I won't be looking at it.
Receive a text.
It's all right. I need my phone, though, don't I?
What is going on?
Technology. Making life easier.
It's getting chilly, isn't it? I ain't putting the heating on.
I'm fine.
I'm cold.
Okay, I didn't
I could start a fire, but I haven't got kindling. This is how good I am. I started a fire the other day without kindling.
What did you burn?
I had to... I burnt cardboard. And I had to blow a lot. But it worked.
Okay.
Let's confirm it's you. Welcome to brand new direction in TLNA. It's called Back to Reality. And
this is the food section, and it's
sake,
called
I'm fucking doing the introduction.
Reality Bites.
Doing the introduction, and I just get gobbed off.
What? Done. You're welcome.
Hello, big boy. Big boy, okay.
Ah!
Sorry, I've slipped. So what was that? Would you rate this app? No, thank you. Oh, so I got my Sky. I just have the internet on Sky and a phone. I haven't got a phone. I don't know what the number is, but you need the line, right? So
What?
that's big boy.
It's when you stood up, you released it.
And it's
released the genie.
It's £28 a month for the super fast, right? Which is not. There are like 2 or 3 other tiers above the super. It's £28 a month. It's a lot of money. And then I got an email last week saying, it's going to go up by £2.50 to £30.50 a month. Right. I thought, that's That's too much. And so I looked at some other ones, and Vodafone is £19. All of them are going up at the end of the month, right? Vodafone is £20. Now was, I think, $21.99. So I did that thing of I phoned them up saying I wanted to cancel to get the reduction.
Yeah, expecting them to beg you to stay.
And it turns out I've been a member of it. I'm a gold member. I've been there for 5 years. When I was at LBC, I got the VIP package, 2 free boxes and all the channels. Then when I left LBC, I got a letter 2 weeks later saying, we hope you've enjoyed.
Wow.
So I've been there 5 years. So I phoned up a young woman and I said, yeah, look, it's going up to £30.50. That really is a bit much. You know, it's pushing it. And I'm considering leaving. And I've looked at Vodafone and it's £19. And I've looked at Now and it's £21.99. And I think I'm probably going to investigate those. And then she said, Matty Civic said, she said, oh, yeah, well, they're both rubbish. Quote, they're both rubbish. Wow. Now is a sister company, so it should be the same, but it's not. It's terrible. And Vodafone, the customer service there is just awful, and it keeps dropping out. And we get so many customers that leave us, go there, and then come back. It's like, okay, what's the deal you can do? And she said, well, what we can do is so it'll go to £30.50. We can save £2. It goes to £28.50. And I went, right. Is that the best you can do? She went, yeah. I said, right. I feel really uncomfortable that you said those other companies, that you slagged off those other companies. She said, I didn't slag them off. You said they were rubbish. And I don't think that's a good look for Sky to be being rude about other companies. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I said, I was really calm, by the way. I did not lose my temper. I said, yeah, but you said they were rubbish. That's an actual quote of what you said. And I kept saying, I don't think that's a good look for Sky to be doing that. Oh, I'm really sorry. I was like, okay. She said, what I can do is, if you're going to cancel, I can get rid of the cancellation fee, so it'll be free. It's like, okay. And then I went on Twitter because I got a blue tick. And I atted Sky Help and I said, I've just had this conversation where they said, quotes, the other companies are rubbish.
You grassed.
People said snitch and grass. And so we were messaged. We then slid into my DMs and I said, look, first of all, I think this cost is outrageous, right? Vodafone is like £19.99, 19 quid. But also, I'm so uncomfortable. The retentions team, I'm so uncomfortable with what she said, And then, so we had a little bit of chat there. Then I phoned up Sky again to see if I could get a better deal again. And the guy said no, it was going to be £30.50. I said, oh, that's odd, because the last person said they could get it to £28.50 and they get rid of the cancellation charge. And he said, oh, okay, no, I can get it to £28.50, but there is no cancellation charge because you've got 30 days from getting the new price, which you had 8 days ago. You've got 30 days to cancel it, so there is no cancellation charge.
Wow.
Okay. And then Gary phoned me up. And when Gary phoned me up, I was naked. I was coming out of the shower. And Gary said,
hang on a minute. I was talking to you and you said he had to go because Sky were ringing.
That was that was when someone else rang from Sky, but I wasn't naked then.
Good, okay.
And Gary said,
because we have spoken and then there's been a flush, so I don't like that.
You get a hot flush when you talk to me because I'm hot. And then Gary said, really sorry about what happened. Do you want to talk me through it? And I was really calm with all. Didn't lose my temper at all.
Did you do the voices?
I didn't do the voices. And I said, I told him what, and I said, Gary, listen, I've been with Sky for 5 years, and I'll be honest, the customer service has always been great, okay? And I feel kind of bad saying this, but I felt uncomfortable during the phone call. I said, I don't want to come away from a customer service phone call feeling uncomfortable. I said, I think it's a terrible... Iain, you know that I know that you're making all this up. Right, time out, clear line, please. And I said, it felt, what a weird thing to say. I'll wait for the timeout to take place before we continue.
Is this like the Twitter version of Never Happened, that kind of vibe?
Timeout, well done, thank you. And I said, honestly, I think it's a terrible look for Sky having someone do that. I spoke, and listen, and he said, I'm really sorry you've had bad customer service. I said, look, you're online, the Twitter team were great. I made a second phone call, he was great. And it's just that line slagging off the other companies. He said, I'm really sorry. Okay. Let me see if I can get a better deal for you. And he phoned me up. It was the second time he phoned me up. I was naked. And he said, I've got you a manager's deal. £24.50. Now, I could have gone to Vodafone, 19 quid, right? Could have gone to now, 21.99. But they're a hassle and you don't know. You just don't know. I know the Sky here is...
You made a rumour they were rubbish.
Yes. I got the internet here is pretty solid. It's pretty solid. And I know they all use the same wires. I thought 24.50. I thought that was a decent deal. The managers, as good as a manager's deal. All because I got a blue tick.
Meanwhile, do you remember that Hermes stroke every parcel I touched the other day, and then he said, I can't give it to you because it's been put in my cage and it should have been in my colleague's cage.
This guy had the parcel. He gave you a parcel, and then there was another. He said, oh, no, sorry, you can't have that.
He said, oh, and here's another one. And then he tried to scan it. Oh, no, I can't do it. It's been put in my cage by accident. It should be in my colleague's. It will show up on his round, and I can't trace it.
Couldn't give it to her. She touched it, could not give it to her.
I said, I don't mind taking it and giving whatever assurance is necessary. I can't do that. The system will think I've stolen it. I'll give it to my colleague. I'll give him a call. He should be starting his shift now. It's 3 o'clock. We know how this He should be starting his shift now. He should be starting his shift now. And I will pass it over. You might even get it tonight, but probably tomorrow. That was 2 days ago. I didn't get it yesterday. So I phoned up. I would be
raging at that.
I didn't phone up. I got in touch via the chat things for both. First of all, with Hermes stroke Every. Should be called Every Other, which is one you get. And they said, oh dear, I'm sorry this has happened. We'll trace it for you. In the meantime, you might want to get in touch with the retailer. I said, oh, so it's a lost cause then, you think? No, it should be fine, but you might just want to let them know. So I got in touch with the retailer, again through a chat thing, and they said that they would try and find it as well. I'll keep you posted. I don't think I'm ever going to see that again. And the thing I was buying was in the sale, and I don't think there were many left, so I might not ever get it.
If I touched it, I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
He was so nice, and it wasn't his fault. The system is shite. If you can't contact a manager or like scan a parcel, I mean, surely. Computer says no. It was a case of computer says no.
Oh, please don't say that. I fucking hate people that say that. I hate you. You're a person that said it, and I hate you.
Well, enjoy watching me eat 2 pizzas then.
I would actually. I love that mukbang shit. Andy says, this episode of TLNA feels no different to a usual episode, and I love that. Well, this is what these episodes will be. It's a very, very... Not bickering.
Yes, it is.
Stop it. It's a very, very loose peg to hang a theme on. You know, we've watched 6 minutes 40. In the 2.5 hours we've been on, we've watched 6 minutes 40 of the programme we were supposed to be watching.
I'm still upset about that parcel. Should never have let it go.
Yeah, well, you did.
But he was so nice. It wasn't his fault.
I couldn't give a stuff. I don't care.
Would you have fought him for it?
Oh yeah, I would have.
I think I could have taken him.
Touched my hands. It's got mine. It's mine.
I bought it.
I don't care about your system. I'm really sorry you get paid shit money, and I appreciate that. I don't care about your system. That's mine. It's not yours.
What I should have said is, that's fine. I'll keep it. I will contact customer services now to let them know that this is what's happened.
Yeah.
As if they follow up, because they left my parcel on the other side of town the other day and I had to go and look for it. There's been no follow-up with that. As if they care.
Nellie says, my business idea will be to deliver parcels to the actual recipient.
That's novel.
My business idea will be to make a home printer that actually prints. That's my plan.
A taste of the lifestyle the winner can expect.
Oh, see, look, the house is a thing. So this is like a Big Brother hangover.
Yeah, and also they're showing them what they might want.
Oh, this is fabulous.
Oh, gorgeous view.
We haven't got a good view, but the garden's beautiful. I'm going to have to bounce up and down just from the bed. Yeah, so oh, it's got so much.
Too bouncy.
I can't sleep in a room with someone I don't know.
This is top casting. I want to stay here.
Where's the table?
I am.
Really?
Cheers. Good luck.
This gang. We're all going to be at each other's throats come tomorrow, so today at least we're all friends. I was born in London, moved up north when I was a boy.
Is she Ruth
Among the
Badger?
14 candidates is Paul Teresi. Like Sir Alan, he left school at 16. Now 34, he's fought hard to become a successful...
My Marty says ahead of schedule, if anything. Thank you.
Now 34, he's overcompensating.
property type.
He's 34.
Yeah.
So he's like, he's 52 now.
I would expect the candidates to be...
I mean, when was this, 2004? Did we say 2005? It was probably clean then. I don't know what I was doing.
Sly, ruthless dogs, basically, that will do everything. I always expect people that are fighting against me to use terrible methods. But because I expect it, I'm ready for it. I will be sharp, I will be cunning, and I will use whatever I can.
Can you be in business and not be an arsehole? Just checking.
I don't think you can.
Okay.
To get ahead.
Cheers, yes, all the best to all of us.
If people are going to play a game, let's see how good their game is. Your better half is...
Ben Leary, 29, left school with just 1 O-level. He now runs his own headhunting agency.
Someone once told me that you can't bullshit a bullshitter. I was A-class at doing that when I first started. I had to be, you know, no qualifications. How do you get yourself into a white collar opportunity? You blag it a little bit.
We ordered pizza too early. It'll come while we're on stream.
I don't know who my competition are, but I shouldn't think there are as many.
Google, could you draw me a picture of a toff, please? Ah, perfect, thank you.
Streetwise people in business as myself today.
Saira Khan, 34, is a sales manager from the Midlands. Her parents are from Pakistan, and she was the first member of her family to go to university.
My family say I'm incredibly bossy, but I think bossy is the wrong word. What I'm incredibly good at is getting things done. I've got a lot of get up and go and a lot of energy. I think I have too much energy, and I think sometimes that's a real problem for other people.
Imagine living in the house next door to these twats.
I try not to follow the herd. Being able to think like an individual allows you to do things that...
Matthew Palmer.
Mature student. All you need to know is that he's mature. You don't need to know what he's studying.
Yeah, I am told Twitch. I noticed that. Streetwise then cuts to the woman of colour. I noticed that edit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I noticed that edit. Yeah.
The herd aren't doing, and to some extent that can be your advantage.
Does look like a pizza.
Matthew Palmer, 39 and father of 2, is the oldest candidate.
Was he listening for cupboards?
At 6'9", he's co-founder of the Tall Society, has been a Tory parliamentary candidate,
now I know you're a Tory,
journalist, a financial advisor, and a stockbroker.
Yeah. I definitely have got a lot of entrepreneurial ideas. Regularly my ideas just appear...
It looks 50, doesn't it?
In my mind from absolutely nowhere. It's important to have a good lateral mind for a lot of businesses. It's the old phrase of thinking outside the box. That's important, and I can do that quite often, and I enjoy...
No, he did the Euro Square. That's the Euro Square.
Yeah, it wasn't even a square, there was it? It was more of a rectangle.
Yeah.
Doing that. Whether or not I win, that's up to Sir Alan, isn't it?
Well, thanks to members of We Know No.
Dear apprentices.
Oh, it's letters. So old they get letters telling them what they're doing.
Welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay.
To begin with, please...
What the fuck is this? Oh, you can't see. Hang on.
That's a lovely professional logo.
What is this logo? So was it a thief? What's going on there? It's signed by Alan Sugar. My office will... Here we go. Here's your first order of business. From now on, your team will be known by its company name. Your first task is... Okay, all right.
God,
introduction.
This is much more like... This is Big Brother, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is what this
and
is.
the names they come up with are always like Venture, Thrust.
Gemini.
Completed, the men's team and the women's team received their first instructions from Sir Alan.
Your first task is to divide the name for your company. You must also select a project manager.
My office will phone you with further instructions. Signed, Sir Alan Sugar.
Sir Alan.
Was, as it ever was, Alan Sugar himself.
Someone from the losing team will be fired. So how each group gels is crucial.
So, name a company or name the team.
What image do we want to give of ourselves? We're strong women. We're women who are positive.
I think we should just go all out and call ourselves Fanny. The Vaginas. Team Clit.
And passionate, and we're women who...
Estrus.
Want to achieve a lot. So what... I think our name has to project all that.
What sets us apart from the women?
Birth canal.
Our testicles.
We're going to be testicles.
My fellow apprentices will get to know me as a very nice, likeable, personable kind of guy. But they should be aware underneath that quite calm veneer is somebody who is dogged and determined and usually gets what they want and can put their foot down if necessary when it's called.
And will look much better with a beard.
Something along something solutions.
Very gently.
Something solutions. Word of word. I do like solutions.
But we've got to
we're trying to be creative.
Creativity, innovation. I think it's got to be along those lines.
Let's try and think of a word which is successful and aspirational.
Upbeat and snappy. What about a word like dynamite then?
No. Yeah, that is on the right wavelength though. That impact of the word is bang on. Impact.
Impact.
Yeah. Impact. Impact.
The meaning of impact.
I'll take credit for that.
I started watching a decent film, CBGB, on Amazon, which is the story of the CBGB's club in New York, where like Talking Heads and the Ramones and all and television, all that played, starring Alan Rickman. It's all right actually. It's decent. It's a decent watch. 20 minutes in. Yeah, it's a decent watch.
All right, Barry Norman.
There we go. Thank you.
Is its impact?
Can I suggest?
It's
it's action. It suggests something. Boom! Impact. There's something happening. It's action.
I've got a name.
Yeah. He's doing that thing that people do. They repeat it and then make it sound like they've come up with it.
Amelia. It's feminine. Yeah.
Andrea says James Max has really aged. I don't think he has.
He doesn't look that much different.
I don't think he looks that different.
I quite like that too.
Amelia or Camelia.
Yeah, and ocean and water. Like
They got board games.
I like ocean and waves and crashing and that's
okay. Well, how about we explore fertility in some way?
They are going to call it estrus. Do they know at this point that they will get swapped around and it's not just going to be all the chicks together?
What does that sentence say? Does that sentence say something racist? Let's have a little look. We translate sentences. I think it might be a song. Okay. Oh, it might be. Is that? What? What?
It's a song of the Dragonborn.
Oh, in that case, fair play. Well done, lad.
Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think.
Yep.
Enjoy yourself. You know that I always thought that was by the Specials. The Specials did it, but it's a really, really old song. Have you heard the old version of it?
Yes.
All right. It's from Skyrim. Thank you, guys.
I like all the fraternity and Apple and all. I like all of that, but does it really capture? We are strong individuals here. We're not pansies. We're not lilies. Do you know what I mean? I want a bit of passion.
And what about them exploring rock?
How about Impact? Yeah, okay.
Vote for Impact.
I like impact by itself.
Right, that's that. No more voting. That's it, done.
I was thinking of something like spirit or energy, like you were saying.
But what does it mean, though?
Exactly
What does it mean?
It's just abstract and tedious, and I'd never remember it.
Yeah, but we're going to go around in circles.
And let's just go back to our project manager.
Fat tie. I mean, that tie, though. Was he in Grange Hill or something?
You know what? I don't mind. I'm happy to take responsibility first up. I'll step to the plate. Yeah? Is everyone happy with that? Yes. Give me everything you can today, because at the moment, we have to make sure we beat the opposition. If we win, we don't get eliminated. We can do that as long as we work together as a cohesive unit.
I like.
He's had his teeth done, hasn't he? He's had his teeth done.
I think he has.
Yeah. Good. And why not? Why not? Oh, I think that's really cool that he's presenting it. He's the judge, and he's also going. But he still does that.
Director, I think that's a strong word.
It is a very strong word.
What?
It's not a good company name.
Why not? What? You've got. When you say that, sweetheart, you've got to say.
Sweetheart.
Ooh, I don't like that.
It's not a good word because.
Oh my! I was meant to come out with loads of facts. I was actually going to do research and do facts about this.
Okay.
So let's do that. Let's do facts and research about it.
How far in are we? Because this is going to take
12 minutes.
Oh shit.
Because I wanted to do facts about it.
Okay.
So we go, because I've been listening to Take It Away, the Paul McCartney podcast again.
Do facts.
And there's one in there's a Pan-Arab one. There's one in Russia. UK, the United Kingdom. Okay. So this is the background to the program. Alan Sugar, founder of electronics company Amstrad, is the boss on The Apprentice.
We've had this in the introduction. He doesn't like arse lickers. He doesn't.
Okay.
List that?
All right.
Things he doesn't like.
Shush. The show started on the 16th of February 2005 on BBC Two, which is the episode we're watching now, with the final episode of the first series shown on 4th of May 2005. Tim Campbell, a former transport manager for London Underground, was hired as for fuck's sake, there's a fucking spoiler in Wikipedia. Can we time out Wikipedia, please? Sorry. I'm so angry now.
Come on.
Apologies for my language as well. Apologies for we started this at 7 o'clock, Dan. 7 o'clock. You can call in, by the way, if you want. 0203 286 6370.
Because
We're all happy with our name and all that sort of shit.
I like him.
I think it's good.
Look, we're all getting on because we're all being nice, we're all being friendly, we're all being open, and that's nice, guys.
Can I just say that I think we've said like 6-7 times now. We all keep voting and nothing's happening. So what can we have?
Far better than that.
Seven Sisters, full circle up front.
Seven Sisters, full circle up front.
Why full circle?
Just the fan, right? Up front.
Again.
I prefer back door.
Sounds cheesy, cliche.
Is that a name? Cheesy cliche?
Child stuff, really.
Pete, I don't know why you've timed people out, but thank you. Thank you, Pete.
An hour and a half after the boys' team finish, the girls finally reach agreement.
Oh, here you go. They're going to call themselves Pipe.
First forte.
First forte.
First forte.
Like it.
Has anyone subbed to us tonight?
I haven't seen
Unbelievable. Let's see how many people have subbed to us tonight. Satchmo, Jamie Bright Gaming, Liam, Guardian Hawk, Johnny Be Good. That is it. That's all. Oh, Jesus, you're getting this for free. No donos, no sub. What is wrong with you people? Lucky it's the end of the month. If it wasn't the end of the month, I'd be. Aye up, ducks. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm God, we're going to agree.
Fab 40. What have they called themselves?
Let's see who's willing to volunteer for the project manager.
What was their name?
Okay,
something like Fab and 40.
Cliche, school child stuff, really.
An hour and a half after the boys' team finish, the girls finally reach agreement.
First forte.
First forte.
First forte.
First forte.
Oh my God, we're going to agree.
First forte. What does that mean?
Let's see who's willing to volunteer for the project manager. I don't mind.
Okay. Sarah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Done. Yeah, that's it. Done.
What are you guys called then?
Impact. We are called Impact.
Hello? Just go back. We need to think about it again.
Matthew Palmer here.
9:30 that night,
I'm
a
sure
call
emailer.
comes through from Sir Alan Sugar's office.
Sir Alan asked me to call you and tell you to meet him at the Financial Times.
Sir Alan's asked me to call you to tell you that First Forte is a bloody stupid name. Think about it again.
Look, there's a keyboard for the Amstrad emailer.
Tiny.
First forte.
They'll be with you at the house in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Come on.
Look at his sweaty back. You see that?
5 minutes, we've got to be at the financial. We're going to get in a car to go to the Financial Times building.
Thank you.
They're all pissed.
Sebastian, wagons ho!
We got to
Tell you what, mate, if you say wagons ho one more time, it's going to be fists ho in the balls ho.
Go now, and there's no kind of. Just go. Let's just come on.
Okay, right, let's go.
First forte. We're here.
What does it mean? What does that mean? What is forte? What you're good at?
Forte is your strength, yeah.
So first, our strengths.
First strength.
Dave says, 5 minutes, I've just put pizza in the oven. It's bloody cold, right? I'm not putting the heating on this year. I'm not putting the heating on this year.
Isn't that the beginning of Paddington Green?
Yeah, it is actually.
My priority in anything is we are a team, and we are not the enemy within. Do you know? Yeah.
Go at someone in her team.
Is that Pickett? Right, what is that?
That's that road that Hamleys is on, isn't it?
You've got to be more gung-ho, Lindsay. If this is the sort of attitude of your girly team, I'm afraid you're in for a big shock.
Just
because we have got 7 lions in our male team, I don't mind saying.
Theory, breath, trash talk.
I love being a woman. I would not want to be a man, but I've really enjoyed being a woman in business as well. I really have. I always think if you're a clever woman, I just think you've got an edge over a man. I really do. I love the boys' impact. Oh, it's just so boyish, isn't it?
It's so boyish.
What's that
mean?
Gung-ho. Did you say gung-ho? Who said gung-ho?
He said it.
See, that would all be done by a helicopter. Nowadays, drone. It's progress. That's progress for you guys. Let me just do a little...
the sexy spy music.
Oh, look, Chris White from the Zombies is very close to replying to me and coming on the show. He wrote the lyrics for the Zombies songs. I mean, you know, I've sent him a little cheeky DM. Let's just say we're still on, guys. Still on and watching The Apprentice. Oh, season 1, episode 1.
Probably
Starring
still be here next week.
at the James. I bet he's the James Max, is he? There he is. Knew it. Does he still follow me? Are we still friends? Am I still friends with James Max? It all depends on whether he's following me or not. Yes.
Following you. You've got the spice.
He looks exactly the same. Exactly the same. I like James. I think his show plays that game, that very dangerous game. But I like him as a fella. Oh, we missed Brett's call. Let's just quickly phone Brett up. I've got a feeling I know where this is going to go, but let's give the guy a break.
You two are bloody fired.
Thank you for the opportunity, Sir Alan.
I enjoy Brett's calls a lot. Generally, it involves him phoning up saying, "Hey, this guy's good." But that was good. Really, thank you very much for the sub.
To brief the apprentices.
I've seen that. When I used to work in London, I used to see that car all the
on
time.
their first task.
Yeah,
Sir Alan has arranged to meet them at the Financial Times print.
Never seen McCartney in London, like everyone else has.
He goes on the train, doesn't he?
Goes on the train. His office is in MPL is in Soho Square, but never see him. I know loads of people who have.
Works on the Isle of Dogs in East London.
Okay, folks, in this
He has to stand up there so he looks like normal height. He looks the
So
same
it's him
height
with
as
the
them.
football again.
over 3 million newspapers are going to be printed in a short period of time. By about 5 o'clock tomorrow night, they're all going to be sold.
Jesus, look at the
What these people have learned over the years is get it sold.
He didn't do the typeface with the steel letters.
Yeah,
and
I've got somewhere. I've got
Wow.
one that he made with
That's
my name on it.
The thing is,
It was a hard job.
that seems so old-fashioned,
Those
but it
trays,
ain't.
those trays
Yeah.
are so heavy.
Yeah, that's within our living memory. You know, incredible.
Sold quickly and don't have any inventory left over. Now, I can see you're all smartly dressed up, suited and booted. Maybe because you think you heard the word the Financial Times and you had something in mind grander than what I've got in mind for you.
No, because if we'd have turned up in jeans, you'd have told us off. That's why we've come in suits. Jesus.
Well, it's not very grand. It's not a city job. I'm going to take
It's
you
a
back
shitty
to the
job.
grassroots where I started. You're going out in the street tomorrow and you're going to be selling something. A similar commodity to these newspapers. Flowers.
Margaret, I tell you what I like. Flowers, hang on.
How's that?
They're also worthless the day afterwards.
Okay.
I'm going to give each team £500.
See a shot of Margaret. You see
And
what-
you're going to buy £500 worth of flowers, and then you're going to get out.
She's got a handbag with her.
Of course she has.
She's got a
She's not
handbag.
leaving
I
that.
love it.
Out in the street and start selling them.
He
Nick
is furious.
is going to be following the girl.
Nick is disgusted. Alan is furious.
Margaret, the boys' team.
Margaret knows.
Yeah.
And the team that sells the most and has the most money.
Dave says he's so angry. They only want a job. I was watching Dragon's Den. I like it, but I don't really like it. And I tell you what pissed me off. So I can't remember what they were, but these people came in and they wanted money, obviously. And it was like for 10%. And Peter Jones says, I'll give you all the money for 25%. Can we go and talk about it? Yeah, off you go. Would you consider 15%? No. I think what I'll bring, I want 25%. And they went, okay, well, thank you for the offer. We're going to pass. And they walked out, and the looks of disgust, the dragons were exchanged, like disgust and laugh. How dare they?
Those idiots.
It was, I thought, this is awful. They were disgusted and laughing at them for not taking that deal.
The one that they also pull is when they say, thank you so much for your offer. It is a little more than we were prepared to give, percentage-wise. Would you consider reducing it by 5%? No, I wouldn't. And actually, now you've said
I'm
that,
out. I'm out. They do that.
Yeah. Or,
it's
I'd really like to
awful.
work with you, Tuka, and you, Peter. Is there any way you could agree something together? No, and the fact you've asked him means
I'm out. It's the worst part of
I
capitalism.
do quite like Deborah Meaden, though.
I like her and the other lady.
Yes.
I don't remember.
Sarah.
Yeah, I think they're good.
Those two are good. The men, there's a little.
Oh, have
there's
you
a bit
seen-
too much willy waving?
Who's the very well turned out guy? He's got the jewellery. He's the new one.
Guy.
Because he's written a book. But I read a review of it, right? It's like How to Get Ahead in Business, but it's not. It's like loads of pictures, and then it's like tweets that he sent out saying, if you want to achieve, you have to be the first up in the morning and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like a boss babe, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
At the end of the day, is going to win.
But what I
And-
love about them is that every time someone comes on that has something where it makes a nice photograph on Instagram, they go, oh, this is your department.
Yeah. Look at Harsh, our accountant's telling us off. Stephen Bartlett, thank you. That's because 75% of a million is better than 100% of effort. That's our accountant saying
But
that.
that is maths, though.
I want to get... Yeah, but it's a bit... It's simple maths, mate. What's his name? Stephen Bartlett. Let's see if we can get a review of the book. This is what this show is going to be. Tangents aplenty. No, that's... Here we go. Empath. Is this it?
No.
No, it's Judy Dyer. Where's Stephen Bartlett? What?
Is that his name?
That's what our
Yes, Stephen with a V.
happy sexy millionaire. Here we go.
He's not called that, is it?
Happy sexy millionaire.
Come on now.
I've got to be careful because you can see my address on this, so I cannot show it to you. A crucial intervention. Is this it? No. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. A crucial intervention for society. Let's go to the...
Is he just trying to make it rhyme?
A crucial... Where's this? We are losing ourselves. We're chasing the wrong things, asking the wrong questions and polluting our minds. It's time to stop. It's time to resist. It's time to rethink fundamental social blueprint that our lives are built on. As an 18-year-old black, broke, lonely, insecure university dropout from a bankrupt family, I wrote in my diary I wanted to be a happy, sexy millionaire by the age of 25. By 25, I was a multi-millionaire. Ironically, in achieving everything I set out to, I learned that I was wrong about almost everything. The world had lied to me. It lied to me about how you attain fulfillment, love and success. Give me £10 million, please. In this book, I'll dismantle the most popular unaddressed lies about happiness that we've been led to believe. I'll expose the source of these lies.
Is he going to tell us that money doesn't buy it? Because if that's the case, why is he charging for his book?
Examine the incentives that fuel them and replace them with a practical set of scientifically proven and unconventional ideas. Here we go. Let's have a look at the reviews. I bought this book from a recommendation and I checked the reviews before purchasing. Quite a few reviews said the author goes on and on about his achievements. I'm sad to say this is very true. It gets really monotonous and quite frustrating at how he constantly brags. I'm sure this makes some people think he knows what he's talking about, but he came across as a bit arrogant and conceited. I got to 30% of the book before I gave up. I apologise if the book gets better after that, but there are far more interesting reads in my lifetime. rather so. This book, oh no. I wanted to like this book as it was a gift, and I love personal development books, but I don't really feel there was much advice from the author. I could not read past page 150. The author's approach is very arrogant and boastful, and he writes several times about how he's, quotes, always been skilled, end quotes, at many things. As a multi-million-dollar company with people working for him, is very successful, wealthy, an amazing leader, etc. I also didn't enjoy the language he used when he described his relationships with women.
Oh.
By the end, you begin to wonder if the author is attempting a world record for the amount of times you can say intrinsic or intrinsically.
Wow.
Oh, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing. I'm still unhappy, ugly and skint.
Here's the thing: those like motivational, self-belief Instagram mantras probably do sound like a lot of boasting when put back to back in a book.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very funny review.
It does sound like he's a bit of a boss babe.
Yeah, no.
Girl boss.
In the team that
I hate all that shit. Girl boss, boss babe, mumpreneur.
Mumpreneur's the one.
I mean, he's got kids. Does anyone call him a dadpreneur? No,
they call him a prickpreneur.
loses, one of you is going to get fired.
Right, sorry, Lord Sugar, just to stop, because this is the first. This is the first time the show's ever happened. So just go through that again. What's it? We're going to get some flowers, and what? Someone gets fired because we don't know.
Because I'm a transport manager, so that's.
Yeah. Well, so one of us gets fired. Did you say?
For not being able to sell. Okay.
And what is the job is the job selling flowers? It's not. It's working for you in Amsterdam.
Do we get the how?
What? Can we get? Did anybody else know this?
Also, are we going to be shouted at every week?
Because if it is, you can go and fuck yourself. You Cockney Barra boy.
That's why we didn't pass our auditions.
Yeah, it is. He's off to go and...
the tips that I would have given them...
Hello?
Is that they've got to find a good position to sell in, because everything's about position.
It's not, though, is it?
Location.
It's not, though, is it?
And the ones that would impress me the most would be if they sold out earlier than the deadline we've given them, they actually go back and buy some more. And the ones that are not going to impress me the most are going to come back with a load of wilted pansies.
And the one thing I don't like is pansies.
1 a.m. and the first chance for the two teams to plan a strategy for the task ahead.
How prepared are people to wear extraordinarily short skirts and titty tops in order to...
Titty tops?
Titty tops.
Would you ever wear a titty top and a short skirt for me?
For you? Why would I do that?
Well, to help sell the show. Titty top. Have you got any titty tops? What's a titty top?
Top with tits.
Okay, well.
Our tops have got tits.
Both teams have been given a list of where each London borough permits street sales.
You may not enter any royal parks. That's one thing that we said.
In just 6 hours' time, they'll have to start buying at Covent Garden Flower Market.
I couldn't live in this. I'd be upstairs reading a book, wouldn't you?
Just to do nothing, because at the end of the day, if we come back with 500 quid, we haven't lost anything. Now, if they buy flowers and they lose, they don't sell anything because it's raining or whatever, they've made a loss.
Let's not get bogged too much with the detail. There's a lot of experience here. Miranda, you're a key salesperson. You're going to be quite key.
I haven't come into The Apprentice to make a huge family and bunch of new friends. Of course, I've come in here to get on with people and enjoy the whole experience. But I'd like them to respect me, although I do understand that respect is something that's earned. I consider myself to be a strong leader, definitely a strong character. I do think that I work well in a team, but I do think that I excel further as a team.
Live, laugh, love, dance like nobody's watching.
The rules of this house. Smile.
Leader. If I can just take over just for a second, what we need to do in any kind of sales, because obviously I do have the experience of buying, selling it at a profit. What we need to do is get our cheapest, the best price on the flowers. That is going to start.
I'm just going to stop you. I'll tell you why I'm going to stop you. It's because
I'm a prick, and that's what I do.
Because I haven't spoken for a couple of minutes, and I'm starting to think I've gone deaf.
Fair and well, but tomorrow we're going to a market. There are already going to be people who do this for a living. Okay, I personally want to get their experience.
And I'm not going to give you, certainly in 5 minutes, the best sales advice for that particular product.
I understand what them
together in a bunch. I think what we need to do.
David Turners has joined us. David, we started at 7 to watch The Apprentice Series 1, Episode 1.
You've missed nothing.
We're 19 minutes in. That's the show we've had. Isn't one of your team doing a game stream tonight? This is so far we've watched Duncan Norvelle. Turns out that Duncan Norvelle clip I sent you is actually really, really funny. It's a funny gig. We watched Dougie, what's his name? Dougie
Ivy Tildesley.
Ivy Tildesley's brother, Dougie Brown, which was very, very funny. We watched Cassette Boy, which had us howling.
We argued over pizza.
And now, shut up. And now we're watching this, and it's actually quite boring compared to everything else we've done all evening. Once the pizza comes, goodbye.
Can I just take a... Can I just...
Oh, I've got my phone on Do Not Disturb, and they might call. It's hard work. Here we go.
Stop you 2 minutes.
Okay,
right.
to get a load of cheap flowers.
What does sound...
This guy's 6'9", if that helps.
He's already banged his head twice.
Yeah.
To me as if it's going to hit.
Oh, so David's been invited... What was his first... What is it? David's been invited to go on a thing with someone called Sylvester Quack. But it's a real person.
Okay.
That's a great name, right? That is a great name.
Quack or crack?
Quack. I was reminded the other day, my middle names are Felix Diamond. Yeah. Really are. Because I let my boys choose my middle name. And I think if any dad really loves their kids, they'd let their kids choose their middle name. But yeah, Sylvester
It's going to be within the rules, is door-to-door selling to residential areas, to housewives.
If we look at the approach, I think this door-knocking option of Matthews is a great idea because we've got...
He's put the former Conservative MP.
David wants to know, should he go on this event with Sylvester Quack?
Yeah.
You have to. Sounds like a nice guy.
Just listen. Do it for the story, if nothing else.
We've got the borough of Islington.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, guys.
There's a lot of swearing in this. A lot of swearing.
Because they're hard business people.
I bet in this episode they probably go off for a Charlie break as well.
For sure.
They're up at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, for sure.
Housewives in Islington. Yeah. Who are loaded.
The most important thing is to understand that we're working as a team. We are not the enemy within here, okay? The enemy's kind of like our competitors.
Pause. Just a quick question. Are we missing anything? No. Sorry. I think we should...
This is so weird. It's so weird.
To allow 50 quid for all of our lunches and incidentals during the day. No.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Lunch. Allow 50 quid for lunches and incidentals.
I heard a cat crying. That's what I heard.
Oh, they're always crying. Hello? You all right?
That's a weird noise, isn't it?
It's Pats is always crying. She's a weirdo.
What's the matter, Pats?
You all right, Patty? Yeah, it's just her squeaking. She just wants her dinner. Did she say £50 for lunch and incidentals? Did it?
What?
In here, okay? The enemy's kind of like our competitors.
Pause.
There we go. So listen.
Just a quick question. Are we missing anything? No. Sorry. I think we need to allow 50 quid for all of our lunches and incidentals during the day.
No. Yes.
What?
I've never heard them factor in lunch.
You Patty, they're factoring in lunch.
I think we should take it from here.
Thank you. Hang on, don't get so impatient. Because you've got a vast majority of...
He disrespects that woman for 2 reasons. Intersectionality, guys.
Is he about to take that food up to his room to stash it, or what? No.
Yeah, they're taking it for their lunch tomorrow. Yeah. I haven't been here for ages. Has Iain Lee still got that stray cat? Yeah, Big Boy. Is that Big Boy asleep or is that Lux? That might be Lucky. That's Big Boy. He's down there. He's asleep now. Lives with me. Yeah.
He's not. He's looking at you thinking, why did you turn the light on?
Sorry, Biggers.
With rivalry growing, both teams come up with the same idea of making...
What did you do? Pats, you can't walk on there, love.
Packed lunches to save money.
I'm not being aggressive.
Packed lunches to save money. Go without lunch. You're kidding me, right?
Also, they're making a TV programme. You're telling me that they don't get fed?
We've got lots of things there.
Right.
We're just being proactive and doing it in the
Very
morning.
good strategy.
So, let's just keep it on.
Where are you going with all that food? I'm trying to take it away from the girls because they've taken a very good strategy.
This man is only 39 years old.
Which is they were saving money on their lunch, and therefore they were going to get as much as they possibly could, and therefore deprive us of any free lunch, and therefore cripple us from the start.
Again,
so the point.
I hate to bring us back to the fact that he's a failed Conservative politician, but
what is going on?
I've never heard this kind of tactic in the subsequent Apprentice.
Why are they lunch?
Point is, grab as much as you can before they nick everything, because that's
some of them, are they potatoes? What has he got?
Oranges, isn't
it?
He's got oranges in his left hand.
Of any free lunch, and therefore cripple us from the start. So the point is, grab as much as you can.
Bread rolls, is it?
Apples.
Onions. Bread rolls.
They're potatoes.
No.
And before they.
What are they? I mean, he's not really stolen a lunch for a team. He's not stolen a lunch for Team Impact, has he?
Nick everything, because that's exactly what they were doing at that moment in time. So I'm just grabbing what I can for the benefit of the boys.
Grabbing what I can for the benefit of the boys.
Grab as much as you can. Yep, the perfect Tory politician, says Dan. Baked potato with apple and a clementine. Lights out.
I just want to make sure in my mind that I'm getting some of my thoughts clear on paper.
Okay, well, that sentence makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, so you should probably go to bed.
Keep writing.
I'm looking at a little bit more detail. Everybody else is quite tired and knackered, but I've kind of got the energy to go on, so I'm quite happy to do that. Tomorrow it's about me being the project leader and me bringing in the cash to win, and I want to make sure that happens. It's about leading from the front tomorrow, yeah.
What's she watching on the telly? Looks like she's young or something. Oh, it could be Back to the Future. It could be Back to the Future.
We won't fight.
Benefit of the Boys sounds like a Libertines album, yeah. Grabbing what I can for the benefit of the boys. Totally Tory.
Ah,
yes.
speaking of which.
Oh. Kath? What? Yes? Yeah? No, I was just saying that.
Thank you, yes. How are you? Not too bad. How are you? Not too bad, thank you. That's fine.
I haven't got any money for the tip. I haven't got any money for the tip. And I promised this guy a tip last time. Promised this guy a tip last time and I didn't have any money for the tip. So this is awkward, so I can't look up. I can't look up because I can't let him see me. It's coming, but can't look up.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, I'll tell you why I'm whispering. Why? Because last time that guy came, I said, I haven't got any money for a tip. I'll tip you next time.
You won't remember. But everyone says that.
Right. I guess we're done here, right? We're done. We're going to go and eat some pizza, guys. Not sure what the schedule is next week. Dave is...
Join us again for the same episode of The Apprentice.
Hang on a second. We can do... Well, yeah, we can do a little... There we go. We're going to go and do a little raid. Little raidy poos on... Is it James? Is it James tonight? Who's streaming tonight? Is it James? I'm going to do a little raid on... Good friend James, who hates the raids, pisses him off.
Yeah, puts him off his games.
He gets annoyed. Yeah, it puts him off his little video games. He hates us. So let's go and piss a man off, shall we? Thank you for that, everyone. That was fun. It was a little punt, and it was fun. What is going on? What is he watching?
As far as the world knows.
What is he watching?
Not a damn thing happened here.
Why is he all pixelated? He's not nude, is he?
What is he watching?
Oh.
My reveal.
What is it? God.
dear.
See you,
I'm
everyone.
totally
Thank
ending
you.
the stream,
You wanna
David.
know what it means to be a killer?
Oh, what's this going to be?
Think of the most profound thing you've ever done. The most beautiful thing you've ever